Good start.
Just started?
Good start. That was the first thing anybody heard. Bravo. In case you're wondering, we had pizza for dinner. Thanks for joining us.
We can smell
Yes.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Yeah. Welcome to our next session of Out of the Abyss.
We're sorry.
We're sorry about the
I'm
burp.
not.
Our sponsor for today is Nets, which are Jordan's worst enemy. The only thing that can stop the unforceable, the unstoppable force.
I saw his character sheet. It's
Tyr.
actually listed as our enemies.
Right, it's just damage vulnerability net.
Wait, we're fighting fish, though, right?
And also,
It's ironic.
So when last we left our group of adventurers, they had made their way out of the steam vent field after their encounter with Asha and the Drow. They traveled for a few days before they were ambushed by a bunch of net-wielding Kuatoa
It was a problem.
seeking to capture them for purposes unknown. A few hours later on that same day, they encountered another group of Kuatoa, this time a little more talkative. They encountered Pluplapine, an archpriest of the goddess Blibdolvpulp, the Sea Mother, who is the primary deity of the Kuatoa of Slupludap. Pluplapine informed them about the status of society in Slupludap at the moment, that his daughter, Bloplipod, also an archpriestess, had recently had a vision of a new deity known as Limogugun, the Deep Father. And after this vision, her powers began to increase, and followers quickly began to flock to her. And Pluplapine proposed an arrangement with our merry band that they would stand in as sacrifices to the Deep Father. That they would go in under the false pretense that they were going to be sacrificed and murdered to appease this god. But in reality, this is basically an enormous ruse so that Pluplapine can get close enough to Bloplipod to take her out, so to speak. The party was a little wary of the situation, but decided to go along with it. They were escorted into the city of Slupludap through the south gate and traveled to Pluplapine's home, which is right near a shrine to the sea goddess. They rested there for the night to regain their strength and plan, and then it was morning, and there was a knock at the door, and about a dozen Kuatoa and another one of the Kuatoa monitors, one of the more skillful and well-dressed Kuatoa warriors, appear at the front door to escort Ploop and her other child, Glug, as well as all of the prisoners to the ritual at the altar to the Deep Father. So, it's morning. Stool has spored you, as is customary for all of you to do. Just for reference, for you guys, that is the structure that you're in, that Stefan just pointed out. And the dozen or so Kuatoa are outside the door, waiting to escort you down. You had tried to stay awake during the night to keep watch on the closet of offerings, but alas, you fell asleep and never woke up Zatuo for the other part of the shift. So who knows what happened during the night?
You do.
I might. Bless you. But yeah, do you guys? What do? You just what's the
Sorry,
plan?
real quick.
Sure.
That was a lot of names.
That was
for me to get in one.
Okay, so we have shorter names that you can.
Clean.
Yes.
Think of Papa.
So here, there's short versions for all of them.
Priest.
Ploop is the archpriest of the Sea Mother. Well, you can tell just be easier to remember.
Okay.
And
What's her actual name?
Ploop Ploopine.
No, sorry.
Blibdolfpulp.
How would you practice these names?
I've read it enough that I was determined to do it without just cracking up every time I said it. It was tough. The first time I saw these, I went over to Zach and I was like, "How am I supposed to do this with a straight face?" He's like, "I don't know, but it'll be way cooler if you do." I was like, "All right, fair enough."
All right, and then blah 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 is his daughter.
Is his daughter, also an archpriest, except she is an archpriest of Limu Gugun, the Deep Father.
Who we know they
Limu
make.
Gugun.
Limu Gugu.
We
Yep.
know they make blood sacrifices too,
Yes.
specifically of humanoid things,
Yes.
which we are.
And something,
Right,
We are
because
humanoid.
something eats it in the.
Glabagul is being excluded from the ritual because of his non-humanoid stature.
And then
status.
what's Gloog's full name?
Gluglagog,
Gloogagog.
and he is
GOG at the end?
G-O-G-G at the end.
I had dog.
You gotta
What's
get
wrong with
that.
me? How could I mess that up?
Gluglagog. No, I'm just kidding. And Glug is a Kuatoa whip, which is basically like a lower level cleric of their specific follower, and he follows the Sea Mother with Ploop. Yes.
Was he the one that was? He's the one who's not happy that the outsiders were brought in, right?
Yeah, he thought it was more of a
Unnecessary.
in-house kind of matter. This just doesn't like that.
In-house kind of
The
sacrifice.
Pops was bringing in other folks to help.
Oh, did we ask? Okay, did we ever find out why the other people attacked us with nets?
I don't believe you ever inquired with Ploop.
We did
You
not
sort of threw it around amongst yourselves, but you didn't.
bring it up.
Yeah.
We were kind of worried we get in trouble for killing them all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
They're
right.
not-
Okay, I remember now.
Okay.
All right.
I mean,
So yeah, you've all gained the benefits of a full rest. You're all healed up. All your items are on you. One thing that you need to do that I didn't do for you last week was when you passed the Shrine of the Sea Mother, it is customary that you give some sort of like gift or what's the word I'm looking for? Tribute to her. And one thing that you did know ahead of time was that she's a big fan of like discarded and recovered items. Make sort of worthy offerings because Blibdolfpulp is a scavenger goddess. Does not like waste. So yeah, you can just find something in your inventory that is
Or don't
tributable,
incur the wrath of the entire town.
basically. And then I'll tell you the really funny thing that happened after you guys all made your tributes.
Really funny.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Funny is
it's-
the word.
well, we.
It was a little
So
fun.
I guess Caleb wasn't here, but we did thought about that when we slayed all the Kuatoa, and we said we'll pick up their nets and shields. But then the funny thing is when we met.
When you found the
With the
second
pain.
group,
We kinda just
you were
dropped
just like,
everything.
drop all of the
Yeah.
stuff here because we don't want to get caught with this.
And so if you at that moment decided not to drop like some people did, then you might have a spear or shield.
Oh no, I'm guessing I
Probably
would
dropped.
have dropped.
Okay. That's the only thing I'm gonna let you
Right.
have because that was only fair.
Right. But yeah, I mean, if you have like any
Crossbow,
daggers or
swords.
weapons from Valkenvelv that were like shitty or like made of rock that aren't real
You have a
weapons
shiv still.
technically.
Didn't you pick up?
Yeah,
a
I think I
shiv,
still have
like,
that
super
shiv.
Kind of anything,
Yeah.
any cool scavenged stuff that you might have.
I'll leave the. Actually, I think I just have like a whatever. I think I have like an extra dagger that I picked up.
You know what sucked? I dropped off a long sword. That's actually valuable.
Right.
Fuck
Like
me.
one of two that you guys have encountered so
Yeah.
far in the adventure.
I wish I had it, but maybe
I just
find
have
out.
the crossbow bolts.
Oh no, that's right. I forgot. I did that too, right?
I don't remember.
Oh, shit.
If only we had a recording, we could go back and look.
No, we did cross.
You could. Hey, I mean, it's all still up on Twitch. Yeah. So what would your offering have
I'll
been?
offer a dagger that I believe came from the Goblin Band, the merchant band from the
Okay.
Goblin Encounter.
Cool. Yeah, just go ahead and take that off your inventory. And cool. And yeah, so as soon as you guys finished giving all your offerings to Oblitvulf, Ploop came up behind you and
Well,
just
Goblin,
vomited right in front of it, regurgitated at the goddess's feet, which you learned afterwards was a sincere show of faith.
Of course.
Yep. And then inside Ploop's house, there were 4 other Kuatoa that were servants of Ploop's. And I think that just about gets you up to speed. Yeah, you guys
they
all
brought in a bunch of offerings,
Mhm.
and they put them in the closet, and we assume that there's a gold or something in there.
Yeah.
Yes, there was a closet in the hovel, the hut, the home that you're in, that Ploop was deposited some offerings to. Yeah. And basically, Wickham and Zatuo were going to try and stagger their sleep to make sure that nobody in your group went for it in the night to like try and steal anything or get yourselves in trouble. But Wickham was unsuccessful on his Constitution saving throw to stay awake, and because he was like, "I'm gonna try and like look like I'm asleep, but still like kind of stay awake."
I wasn't gonna stand guard,
Right.
like inside this house.
Yeah, so he fell asleep and then never woke up Zatuo for his shift. So they woke up in the morning and he was just like, shit.
Yeah,
Nice,
like,
nice guys.
Well, next time Zato takes the first shift, his constitution's pretty fine, probably.
Well, Wickham, you look like you've slept very well.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, so there's a number of Kuatoa
Or
escorted.
Yes.
escorted.
So yeah, you wake up in the morning and
Anyone that we recognize?
I mean, so Ploop is still in the home,
Mhm.
and Glug is here currently as well as the other Kuatoa servants. But actually, so Glug went and fetched the people that are now at your door to sort of this is them putting the plan into action. And yeah, obviously that goofy looking statue thing on the map is the Sea Mother Shrine,
Mhm.
and then you're also the other shape over there that like has some purple in it. That is the shrine to the Deep Father, but you guys have not actually been over there to see it yet. So, anybody doing anything before we get the show on the road? Globagul is the plan last time was for Globagul to stay behind in the hovel and sort of wait this out.
I believe that I already completed my morning rituals and I'm ready to go.
Cool. Yeah, Nero as well. I mean, he obviously doesn't sleep quite as much as the rest of you, but he's good to go.
I will tell Globagul that if he hears a loud whistle from me at the air throughout the entire area, that
Mhm.
means we are forced to leave the city and we're running.
A loud whistle, you say?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try to use thaumaturgy.
What is a whistle?
It's like, except much louder.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think I could do that.
No, probably not.
But if you hear it,
It'll be. I'll try and amplify it. I'm pretty sure thaumaturgy can make loud sounds.
Yes, it absolutely can.
Okay.
And
So we'll do
it's
that.
not necessary 3 toots like he did. A whistle is just sound
Any whistle.
coming
It's
from
very,
his mouth.
very high pitched
That-
stream of sound.
That means
Wait,
we-
so you're telling him to specifically wait for the 3 or just 1?
No,
No, no, no.
tell
Here-
him.
Any
any whistle.
like that.
Actually, you know what?
Okay.
Wait for the 3. Just in case, like the enemy's
Just in
just
case.
like,
Unless
those are some nice sacrifices.
exactly.
And we're like, shit.
Damn, look at them sacrifices. Oh shit, is that Anders Stormwind? Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Wait,
Yeah.
can fish people whistle? Do they have lips?
Yeah. So that you hear that sound, that means we have to run. Things went bad, and
Right.
we can't come back to the city to get you.
Okay. So where do I go if I hear that? Like to you guys
where,
or
where were we going next?
We are going.
Well, we were going into the
Rackelstug,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
You
the
had to
Duragar
try
city, far to the west, but you could get there
From the
so
lake.
so it also has a side of the city that is on the Dark Lake, so you could make it there entirely by boat.
Wait, is this?
You could also make
This
it
is-
by
this is the
land,
Dark
but
Lake.
Okay.
yeah.
The other thing.
So also
yeah.
where you're sitting is north, where you're sitting is south.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing to remember: in order to leave the city, you have to get the blessing of
You have a marker?
these augurs.
What do you need?
So
Oh, just gonna mark it on
I
there.
think that's what they're
Yeah.
called. Who, like, say whether or not your travels are going to be good, and if they say no, then you can't leave. So we've got that to deal with
Okay.
as well.
And I'm suspicious that if they want to keep us in the city, they'll just go, oh no, your fortunes look bad. You can't leave today.
Yeah.
Every single day.
In which case, we will kill all of them. not here, but like Jordan.
Okay. And then yeah, so here's the map of the city. It's not
Yeah.
overly huge, as you can tell, because I have the majority of the center.
Mhm.
So basically, this is a third of the whole city almost.
Okay.
Just for your viewing pleasure, and then other people can kind of see it behind me. Turn
Right.
this a little
Okay.
bit.
So at this point in the morning, I'm kind of starting to pace because I'm just like this. There's something wrong. I do not trust. I do not trust the fish people. I don't trust the priest. I don't trust his kids.
You just don't trust anyone.
I do not trust what we're about to do. This does not like.
Don't trust any fish.
Are you saying this mentally?
But I'm kind of like muttering it. I don't know. I'm like 19.
Well, you're telepathically linked.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like letting everybody
No,
know
no.
to stay on their toes.
Now, T, I need you to cut that out. It's getting real distracting.
Mhm. Can't help.
I can't stop. I can't stop.
What? What?
All right. Let's go. Let's go
It's
with
go
these
time.
fish people.
I'll kind of have a cursory glance.
We were kind of.
I don't want to draw
We
suspicion.
kind of ended there where they were.
They were about to
head
take
out.
us out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Can I-
like a pre.
How many are there?
A lot.
About a dozen.
Yeah. Enough.
Can I just like size up Jim Jar and Bopito to see if they look like any of their pockets are particularly heavy right now?
Make a perception check.
Hmm.
15.
I think it's 15. 15, yeah. Can't remember 6. I remember it's 3 or 4.
I mean, not in any way obvious. It's not like they don't have like a big old sack of gold or anything. Like
I thought maybe
nothing-
like a
So
bulge
is this-
pocket or
is
something.
this-
Nah.
So sorry. Do we still get some time before we are like being taken? Is that
I think you can.
I mean, so there's a few minutes between Glug leaving the hovel and going for these people. You can have sort of a few moments to talk amongst yourselves and
I'm
prepare
just
before
gonna
they
go.
get back.
I'm just gonna go quietly talk to Jim Dar and be like, "Hey, Jim Dar, do you have anything new that you'd like to place a wager on?"
I'd like to do something while he's doing this for later. Just
Yeah, I mean, what do you want? What do you want to bet on?
Do you have any? I mean, we've gotten some loot here and there, but do you have anything new? Anything that?
I mean, nothing you haven't seen. I don't think.
No?
sense the shit out of that.
Can I believe the term is sense the shit out of that
Sense
motive.
the shit out of the motive.
I actually can't. What is that? Insight?
Yeah, it's insight.
That is not the greatest.
Ooh. Chase Day. Nice jail.
He is being entirely honest with you. You're certain of it.
Good. Good. man, I was just
dude.
Oh, also, Tyr owes you 4 drinks because
So
he
many-
lost at gambling.
I have
last
never
week.
won a gambling thing in the entire.
He has
campaign.
not. He can't win at dice for some
Man.
reason.
For
He
some
just can't
reason.
win at dice.
Give me some poker. We'll
Right.
Take it down.
Okay, sorry. And you were trying to.
Oh, could I would like to. Well, first of all, is what's the head priest's name?
Ploop ploop peen.
Is he around? Is he here still?
Yeah, he slept here. This is his house.
Okay. Do we want to tell him that if they put knives to our throats, we're going to engage a fight?
I'll leave that up to you guys.
Well, that's what I was asking all y'all.
So, sorry, my memory of the past few days is a little foggy. So
Crazy.
we are. So the people that would be holding the knives to our throats would be Bloplopod.
The followers of the Deep Father.
Her.
Bloplopod
cult
and
members.
her cult followers.
Okay.
And so our question is, do we want to warn Plooplepleen that
If he doesn't intervene early enough, we're just gonna go. Can I ask?
No, if they've got
how's the relationship between Plooplepleen
Bad.
and Bloplopod?
Bad.
Okay.
I mean, oh, between the two of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're like
No, like Ploop has arranged
Ploop
this
does.
plan so that he can kill his daughter who's trying to usurp the religious authority of the town.
Okay.
soap opera.
Right.
Yeah,
They don't do
um,
holidays together anymore.
Yeah, so
not?
I'll go talk to Ploop and be like, Ploop, I just hope we understand that if things start looking bad, the situation that we're involved in might look might start looking kind of chaotic. We might not, some of the members of our party tend to panic sometimes. If things start looking pretty bad, I can't guarantee that they'll all be really calm and just just kind of give up if things are looking kind of bleak. And I wouldn't want to pull your whole city in an uproar here.
Ploop casts a spell on himself, similar to the last time, and then begins to speak to you.
Okay.
You and your companions need only to maintain your composure until the opportune moment presents itself.
I understand.
Then our ruse will be through, and you are free to defend yourselves as you see fit.
I just need you to understand that the opportune moment might come earlier than you expect, given the state of some of our companions. I mean, certainly myself, I'll be able to hold my composure through the end of days. But some of the others, the deep gnomes, you understand that they can sometimes lose their cool.
What language are you speaking?
Oh.
I don't know. I've been talking to this person for a day longer than I've actually been talking to them, so.
Well, that's fair. My question is more, are you speaking a language that other people obviously, so pick a language.
Oh, I see. Does
Speak like Celestial. or
Does
something.
Ploop speak? Oh, because he has
You
tongues.
can't still think speak any language.
So yeah, I would speak Sylvan.
Sure.
That seems obscure enough.
Joke's on you. I'm a deep gnome, but I can speak Sylvan.
We will not wait too long for the opportune moment.
Okay. I want this plan to go as well as you did.
How did?
Indeed.
I think to Shushar. Shushar, what do you think? Like, will you be able to defend yourself? I have a feeling we're going to be put in a pretty compromising situation.
I have no problem attempting to defend myself.
Okay.
Has Shushar been
No,
doing okay?
not fighting.
No, but has he been doing
He
okay?
hasn't gotten hurt.
I mean, just like
He's-
mentally.
He definitely got kind of like the side eye on our way in from
His rejection of the normal Kuatoan customs is a bit frowned upon
Not
by the
vomiting in any
religious
statues.
sect.
Oh, are-
No, he paid tribute. He was respectful, but
Mhm.
I mean, he's very like even keel, very monkish in a lot of ways. And I think he's shared it with you in sort of your like campfire talks that he basically trained himself to resist the more chaotic, mad urges that his people are prone to.
He's also said that the people. I think was it him that rolled the natural 20 in the knowledge check about how the rumor is or the legend says that if people believe.
Yes, a fact that came up last time when I rolled a knowledge history check for you, the natural 20, was that the Kuatoa people are sometimes known as the God makers. Basically, that they can believe in something with such zeal and fervor that it sort of almost causes it to come into being.
That's terrifying.
how
It's a
things
little-
usually happen.
Yeah, you know.
So like the real world.
Yeah.
Exactly. Big Bang.
Sorry, little bang.
Not the worst thing they've heard on the stream.
Right. Like the time we talked about Nazi dragons. That came up last time too.
That did happen.
Nazi dragons, the scariest of
This is
fantasy
what happens
beasts.
when I leave.
Yes.
No, it's dragons happening. You have to leave.
All right.
So, just to recall facts again.
Sure.
Is it that all of the Kuatoa have to believe it, or can it has to be unified, right? Complete unification.
I mean, you don't have.
Hard numbers.
Yeah, you don't.
But
That's not
but it's
something that
precisely
you know.
78.2%.
He sort of knows like the myth of them being known as that
But he
kind of
hasn't
thing.
witnessed it.
Right. Like, could you tell me about the architecture of the city of Atlantis? Probably not.
No.
Zach, he knows it in that sort of way.
Do most Kuatoa not speak common?
Only Shishar that in your experience has spoken common to you.
Okay.
Every time Ploop has spoken to you, he's cast tongues on himself.
The last thing I'd like to be doing, since he took care of that for me, is does this building have 1 or 2 floors?
There is more than one level to this structure, but one thing that was readily apparent when you came into the city was that like it just gets way more rickety. Have you read Ready Player One?
Yes.
They describe the
Stacks.
the stacks, which are basically a whole bunch of mobile homes that they literally just pile on top of each other to form these really, really sketchy skyscrapers. It's kind of like that. It just gets sketchier and sketchier as you
That
go up.
probably answers my question then, because I would like to roll, if allowed, a carpentry check using like the intelligence version
Sure.
to try and decide how safe it would be if I were to perhaps missy step on top of one of these buildings.
I mean, so individuals live in upper floors of the buildings. They don't look like like it's not like there's no reason that they exist. They wouldn't put something up there if it wouldn't hold somewhat. It's just shittier.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But like if a group of say fish people were to try to push them over, they could potentially do that.
I mean, it depends how many fish people. It depends on the
If I-
building.
if
Some
I-
of
Say
them are
like a
nicer than
crowd at a
others.
religious ceremony.
I mean,
Exactly 20.
if I have the entire crowd trying to push over my building, that's fine because that means they're not attacking you guys.
Right. And then Nero can just like cleave through it. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
Because if I get in trouble,
Fish fry.
that's probably my plan. Just like bloop, come get me, assholes.
Bloop. Which they
That's
probably
probably
understand.
somebody's name.
I realized that I said it actually.
That's all.
What'd you call me? No, I was talking about plopping over
Bloop.
there.
Yes.
Yes, I'll plop. No,
Who's on first?
Oh,
What's
Bloop.
on Gloog?
What's on Luke? All right. Cool.
So, any other preparations before you go? Anybody casting spells ahead of time? Anything like that?
Stretch.
Stretch now.
But
Okay.
I'm gonna try to help out Stefan. Now that I'm back, I'll try to help you out with some of the wordplay I'm sure I missed out on.
The wordplay. Excellent.
Excellent.
Because the whole situation just seems fishy.
It really does. I'm super suspicious. It just smells, right?
Yeah.
Very, very
It's actually
fishy.
super bad.
Oh, actually, it actually smells really bad.
I still can't see, right?
It does smell really awful in this town.
And no, you,
I can't see, right? I'm like it's super dark here.
There's no external light sources.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
that's
so
There's no like angler fish.
Uh-uh.
Not
No.
yet.
Not
Nope.
yet.
No angler kuatoas for
Have you tuned up any of your instruments lately?
All right, we're done.
Was that a tuna joke?
A really bad one.
It was really bad.
all right.
Oh my god.
DM anti-inspiration for you.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah, I didn't realize what that was until like a couple sessions ago when I was a wizard in my other campaign. That it's just like they just give you the opportunity to like give yourself advantage on a roll. It's like a free luck roll where it's just like, this was bad. I'm going to use my DM inspiration, and yeah, it's neat.
Oh.
None of you have earned it yet.
That's fair.
We should also mention together in the mind thought that here we know we know you cannot see, but you should say something to let us show to our eyes before you blind everyone else.
I'll see what I can do.
Also, are we
I
sure that
will
Tyr
remember.
didn't steal anything?
Yeah. No, I was asleep.
We're not sure anyone didn't steal anything.
Well, if I stole something, it's
I'm not sure
news
if
to
I
me.
stole
I'll
anything.
put
I'm
it
gonna
this
roll,
way.
I'm gonna roll insight on that.
Also, he's like
A 3 again.
I
he's also
stole
wearing
a lot.
heavy armor,
Yeah.
so he's not that sneaky.
Yeah. I'm not sneaky to begin with either.
That's fair. I've seen him.
But I
roll
mean, hey,
dice.
if he stole something, you can't tell.
I
Who knows? Maybe Nero robbed him blind.
Right.
Hell, I slept so well, I might have stolen something.
Sleepwalked, just
sleep stuff.
pouring a bunch of stuff into your
I
bag.
don't know if that happened.
All right, so anything else? We ready to go?
I think we're ready to go.
I think we're about ready.
Okay. So
Now or
a
never.
rap on the door, and it is open to reveal Gloog and another Kuatoa monitor, and that dozen Kuatoa that we talked about before. Ploop, still conveniently with the tongues spell cast on himself, says it is time.
Time to meet our
Seems
makeup.
Yeah, so Ploop and Gloog are sort of gonna lead the way.
I'm going to hide a dagger up my sleeve.
Okay.
We're not to come to this armed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah,
didn't
our
take any of
stuff.
your stuff. You're
Yeah.
fully armed.
They
They
think we're below them.
right due to their what's the word I'm looking for?
Our lack of fins.
It's sort of. They think that they're so fanatical in their beliefs
It
that it's
doesn't
just like no, the Deep Father will like smite you of something kind of like they're
We're
not
not worried about it.
they're not inherently afraid
Cool.
of you.
Yeah. No, we're not a threat. That's fine.
Yeah.
We're sheep.
Totally.
Well, speak
totally
for
not.
yourself.
Yeah. So like,
Just
I'll
some
keep all
sheeps.
my other stuff, but like, I'm still gonna put the knife in my sleeve
Mhm.
in case it matters.
Okay, that's fine. You okay, Anson?
Yeah,
Just a little cold.
just getting comfy.
So they begin parading you through the town.
I enjoy that.
Right.
I go with it.
What is the?
I'm like, this is fantastic.
Are people like gasping or like booing us, or is it more just like we're just kind of being walked?
Do fish gasp?
You're sort of being led.
They will now.
They sort of like fan out, and you're being led
They fan
into
out.
position over yonder.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so the green base one is Ploop. The red base one is Blop. I know there's so many. Shushar
Oh,
is
black.
this person in the black with all the rest of you guys. And then the lizard folk are the whips, which are the lesser clerics, and so this is Glug, and then these other trident wielding, they're literally called scum, are the monitors, the greater warriors. I guess.
Monitors are scary.
Yeah, they do things.
Don't go in them halls.
They almost rocked Nero.
No, they definitely rocked them.
Yeah, he was okay though.
This is the monitor.
They're no drow elite.
Yes.
Oh,
They're no drow elite.
Correct.
All right, I need all of your miniatures as well. Oh, this is all you guys?
Most
Anson's is behind there too.
oh, is that Anson?
It's not as accurate for the second throw.
Can
I
I
don't
see?
know where
Andrew has been staying away.
Nero
Who's
is.
this?
That's me.
Okay.
It's kind of a person.
It is a person. You are not wrong. Okay, so this is Ander.
Doesn't matter. I'm blind anyway, so.
This is separating us out bullshit. I have agreed to this.
Yeah.
Fight!
Like I
Fight!
said.
We get like the instant that they take us separate ways, you just like let loose.
Just whistle and we're like, we told you this would happen earlier.
Do you have Nero's mini still?
This is you. Wait, who is Nero's mini? Does anybody?
anyone?
We can use this one, but I don't think he gave you. I don't think he left.
Oh no, he did actually. It's in his drawer at his desk.
Ugh, it's really bad.
Too far, can't do it. So that's Zatuo. Sorry, I'm just trying to differentiate all you guys. That's this is you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this is Bloptoplene? Red
Red
one?
is
You
the
could
back.
also like just keep them in our corners.
Where we're sitting.
That's you. Okay, so then we're just missing Nero for the moment.
Yeah.
Who's Bloptoplod?
The red
Which
one,
one's
right?
Bloptoplod? The red one?
The red.
Okay, I wish I had that.
The evil color.
I'm gonna go grab the Nero mini because I think it's just at his desk.
All right.
If only it was Nero.
Somebody look behind there and figure out how many of these there are.
They beat you to it?
I literally started on the sentence.
I heard you start something and I'm like, ooh. Hold on.
It was too easy.
I have a gift for this.
Pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Anson's in a food coma.
I'm so happy.
Having food dreams.
Combat Kitty in the house.
Woo!
Nero's only got one kind of mini, prone and not prone. What is that?
This is I stole Caleb's pun. And so I
That's how I feel.
I busted out the gift library.
Anybody bar.
There's enough room there.
Oh my god.
There's really not.
Do you want the other one?
No.
All right.
He doesn't need it.
I don't
Do you want the
need
other
it.
one?
I'm good.
Oh my god.
Got this lovely vacuuming going on too. That's pretty great.
Fantastic.
Still not the worst thing they put on stream.
So true.
There's so many.
Oh gosh.
There's
You don't
a
need to
few.
empty both of those.
Are they going to be the different factions at least?
Oh, they can match red and green. That would be amazing.
We can probably just like escape by boat, right? Like none of them can swim fast.
It's something we did discuss.
They
actually.
can't breathe in the water, so like at least we got that going for us.
Amphibians.
Well, and the water is dangerous.
oh
Right, yeah,
Jesus.
There's
Oh,
only
cool. So we each
5.
have one.
You guys have. There's 7.
Oh, I got Ilden. I'm safe. I'm untouchable.
It's true. Yeah, we got the garbage NPCs over here.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we got
We get the kids.
the kids. We have all the kids.
Okay.
They're not as strong as the not kids. Oh,
No,
those
you have,
are.
you have
Yeah, those
Jim
are
Jar.
still bad guys. That's so many.
This is fun.
That's right.
This is
I got burn hands. Fine.
I got
Oh my.
8 hit per enemy.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God, Kevin, stop.
Then he's gonna be angry when he has to make all them rolls.
He wants to make sure I know what happens when someone dies.
All right.
I about that earlier.
Did.
Good thing we didn't order that mini already.
So true. Yeah, that would be real tragic.
Good life choices.
Yeah.
Next character. I don't know what he class he's gonna be, but he's gonna wear a cape
And have a
and,
hammer.
and have magic ability and have a hammer.
Exactly. I know that much about him. That's right. If Tyr dies, then I'll get somebody who can see in the dark for once.
So that is a lesser Rooster Crow cleric. Okay.
Oops.
That is a monitor.
Yeah.
That's stronger.
That's a monitor. Oh, no, that's not. That's a.
That's the lesser cleric.
That's a weak boy.
And this is Glue Glue Dog.
No, that's a weak boy. Oh, yeah, no, that's,
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, you're just gonna have to. I don't have any other bases
Grab
that
a
are
little
different
I have
colors.
so many. Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. I can use this. Use green. Oh, I don't have green. That's too bad. Alright, so the red one corresponds to the bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, excellent. That is an excellent idea.
That guy.
All right,
He's the.
so
No, this is the sun.
Yeah, but he's good.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
So do white maybe? I don't know.
No, you're good. Bingo. All right. This looks bad for us. I'm gonna start with that.
What are the chances that we can actually fight our way out?
Are we still fogged?
7.
Okay, so what? So they took us here, like we were paraded in, and then like we got to the point and they just split us into groups.
So you're led out of Pluplupine's home by this group of Kuatoa. And basically they parade you through Slubladop, kind of weaves around the buildings and down to the shoreline, but until you get to the altar of the Deep Father.
I need fireballs, what I need.
Which looks like this.
Oh dear.
We saw that earlier.
That's the
Yeah, no,
shrine.
this is the one I accidentally.
That's the
It's-
shrine.
Someone's just bored coming up with this.
Are they alive? Or are they?
No, it's.
No. Okay, those are dead things.
hang.
Oh yeah, you got this. Yeah.
The idol to Limo Gugun, the Deep Father, consists of a large hide, roughly cut in the shape of a manta ray and stretched out on cords between two support poles.
That's me already.
A dead, splayed out manta ray is pinned to the center of the hide. Two dead octopuses are draped across the top, their tentacles pinned and artfully arrayed, their heads tied together and painted with white and blue pigments. The idol reeks of decay, and the broad stone altar below the idol is stained dark with blood. As you're paraded around, you take a few steps into the water, and you get a decent view of the area as you sort of take
Water.
a whole lap around the water.
We step
Stuff that's shaded blue.
Walk into the water over there?
A little bit. It's just the shallows.
Okay.
Very yeah, just sort of like make a loop around the altar a couple times until you're sort of stopped and put into position in this way. The ground, the stuff in front of you is basically a grate that you can sort of hear the water lapping up from the dark lake up under here. And the stone around these grates is just stained with blood of like innumerable sacrifices. Upon arriving at this position,
No.
what?
Take Gilbert away from me.
Yes, so upon arriving, you also notice a rather bruised and bedraggled Duragar, who seems to also be on the sacrificial chopping block, along with the rest of you.
I see.
As you're paraded around in a circle and into position, the Kuatoa begin to chant, Limo Gukun, Limo Gukun, Limo Gukun.
Don't help them.
It's
Whose side are you on?
after a couple laps, it becomes pretty difficult to sort of tell one faction of the Kuatoa from the other. At least the rank and file soldiers. It's still pretty obvious who Pluplapine is, as well as who Bloplapod is. The archpriest of the Sea Mother steps forward across the span of the altar towards the Kuatoa, waiting for him there. The time has come, he says, for us to acknowledge your divine vision and welcome it. I have brought these as offerings. He gestures towards all of you, standing.
Aw. Can I bow?
Will you not accept them? You are wise, Father, the younger archpriest replies. I accept your offering in the name of the Deep Father. May their blood nourish and strengthen him. And a burbling cheer goes up from the surrounding Kuatoa, and their fists all raised in the air.
Is she speaking common?
She also casts tongues on herself.
Dope.
Wow.
You guys got to know what you're getting sacrificed to.
Thank you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
I prefer this, but okay. I'm sure.
Then Bloplopod calls for the sacrifices to be brought forth. And the Kuatoa fall in line behind you as they're arranged on the map currently. And actually, I totally need to switch views because nobody else can see this. Hey, there we go. Sorry about that. They sort of use their spears to herd each of you into position accordingly.
Are these steps in front of us?
No, it's just like a grate. You can stand on
Oh,
it fine.
gotcha.
It's just like a top of a sewer or whatever. Like you can, yeah.
And the grate has been covered in blood from incomparable
The
sacrifices?
cement around it, and or like the ground around it, and the
Okay.
it's all sort of stained. with
Okay,
all the
so
blood.
we're not. So assumingly, we can see that we're not going to be taken up one at a time. Like this is potentially where we'll be sacrificed.
This kind of looks like the chopping block.
Literally,
Yeah.
except without the block.
The chopping grate.
This looks great.
Yeah, so like, I can't tell. Can I make perception checks to see what could cause all this massive blood around here?
We
Or-
know, right?
What do
Yeah,
you-
this is-
Just sure you can roll a.
Does the grate is the
it-
grate
are
attached
They, are they gonna
to the
stab
ground?
us to death, or are
Is it movable?
The grates are attached. It's like just part of the floor.
Okay.
And they look pretty heavy. Like you might be able to move them, but it's like 2 or 3 feet down, and just like the water of the dark lake is sort of washing up
Okay.
to that
So
spot
I
underneath.
guess. Okay, I think I see what's happening here. They're about to stab us on the backs.
Or slit our throats, I would guess.
The chanting continues. Limu gukun, limu gukun, limu gukun. And Bloplopod gestures and calls forth the sacrifices, gesturing to the altar, and Pluplupine strikes. Everybody roll initiative.
Okay, I'm really glad we didn't get any further than that.
I was getting ready.
Getting ready to jump the gun there.
8.
All right, hang on one second.
yeah.
So,
I rolled the wrong one.
we're gonna do red
I was
1
like
through
ready with the
5.
bardic speech.
Red
Like
6
prepared
through
to
10.
try to turn.
I was about
I was
to.
gonna
I
try
was
to
gonna-
be like,
through-
don't you dare! I'll do it myself. Give me the knife. And try to convince him, but like I don't speak his language.
I was just gonna reach back and these.
Ploop.
Touching it, dare you? High five. I did.
High five, and then you just like splits.
There's a lot of people in this fight. Okay, and then
They're all in our.
so we have Ploop, Gloog, Blop, Clib, and then we have the additional.
What are the ghosts from Pac-Man?
What?
I was.
I
Yeah.
got there.
Okay. Took me a second. So,
There's so many things near us.
yeah, just a few.
Have we established that the green ones are also bad, or are they? different things?
It's really tough to tell at this point.
Got
You
it.
sort of got paraded around, and they all really look alike.
No,
Like
Nero-
it's not like they're dressed like monks. They're all sort of dressed in the same
Well,
ragged uniforms.
Nero's theorem is that for you.
Um,
If I had to guess, I would favor the ones that weren't about to literally stab us.
Right. That seems like a good intuition.
Can we just? What are the chances that we can just like avoid this fight and be like, this isn't our fight?
No.
We were just trying to be sacrificed.
That would be hilarious. We're just like,
It's like, but you guys go get him. Go get him.
we just grab a boat. We're just like, see you guys.
We didn't say that we would help fight, did we?
How do we deal with Globagul?
I think we implied that we would.
No, we don't need to grab a boat. We just need to like walk away. Be like, peace out, guys.
I don't know.
We're not your enemies here.
Good.
I mean, they've killed a lot of people, like innocent people.
Yeah, but now
So I probably
but
wanna
they have,
kill them.
They have like a high priest to fight
Then-
now.
And the justice thing. That's what I have to avenge people.
I think this.
Whatever. I've heard you talk about
No,
stealing
that's
her stuff.
Look, that has nothing to do with
You've been
death.
robbing corpses. I've seen it.
I've been
Seen that alignment shift coming.
yeah, we'll get there someday.
Monitor. Okay.
This is yeah.
Ander, what's your initiative?
19.
19. Ander.
Yes, it should.
Thank you. I rolled it myself.
8.
Yeah, it's not good.
8 for Tier. Satua.
14.
I'm gonna get in the net again.
Wickham.
It's
13.
That's,
And then Nero. It's a 13 plus.
Negative 2 plus 1.
Yeah, we're just gonna put him after Wickham.
Never sent you guys the link. Never sent you guys the link to the spell cards.
And then the
So this is
NPCs.
a whelp? A whip?
That is a sub-player, like a.
well, that's the sun.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
he's on our
okay.
team.
Ooh, nice. All right.
These are the monitors.
Your new Durgar buddy definitely rolled a natural 20 for his initiative.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, he's our buddy all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, he's on the chopping block
What
with you.
language do Duergar speak? I can't yell them anyway. Never mind.
And keep in mind, you can only telepathically communicate with your half of the chopping block right now because you're more than 30 feet away from the other half.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so
If we had included block between it, we could have just like played like telephone.
we
Yeah, but screw that guy. He brought us here to be sacrificed.
It could be worse.
That's true.
We could be dead.
We could be dead.
He could be block.
He might have tried to kill us with that other crew, though. We don't know that he didn't.
I suppose.
monitor.
Maybe it was a test.
I'm more of the opinion that
Might have
that
been a
other
test.
crew was
Just out and
were trying to capture us to sacrifice to the Defather.
That's
Hence the nets.
Good thing that didn't work.
yeah. At least we're not here right now.
At least we didn't get caught.
That thing is grisly.
No, that's not a grizzly at all.
That's. I mean,
It's not any
It's
sort
like
of bear.
slimy.
that's. That's. Yeah.
It's a sight to behold.
I mean, I asked for that, but
It's not a beholder either. Though I haven't seen one of those, I can't say for sure.
NPCs with a 5.
You haven't beheld one.
I am not. Not with my own eye. No, no one.
Huh?
Okay,
I,
top of the order
I,
is
our Durgar friend.
no, sorry. So first we're gonna do Ploop's attack. Ploop's ambush on Blop.
Auto crit.
Rolling a 12.
Bloop, bloop.
Ploop, blup, pleen.
Ploop,
Ploop, blup,
blup,
peen. Ploop, blup, peen.
Just
Everyone
super-
pronounces it like slightly differently.
super
I'm not sure how many
So
elves there
that's-
are.
Papa T.
An 18 to hit on the first attack, which connects.
18.
And then a natural 18 plus. So that's going to be 2 hits,
Oh yeah.
2 successful hits on what's its name? Oh,
We may have
geez,
showed
sorry.
our hand a little bit
So-
by cheering for him.
It's going to be.
It was mental.
Jesus.
Did he execute her?
No, but hits twice and then is going to spiritual weapon as its second thing, but natural 1 on hit, so that's going to miss. But the 2 hits by Ploop are highly effective. You see Plop lash out with his scepter and make contact with Bloplopod's body twice. And as it makes contact, you see the first thing you've seen during most of this ritual, electrical energy comes forth from the scepter.
Forgot about that.
And
It's super effective.
The monitors freeze my electrical damage on us too.
They did.
That's speeches.
I would like some.
and in that round, Plooplepine deals 49 damage
Oh my word!
to Bloplopod.
And that's why we didn't fight him.
That's a lot of damage immediately.
Jeez.
That's only double my HP. Don't worry, guys.
Okay,
Fine now.
now we're to the top of the order.
So in initiative order, we run away.
He can handle it.
So, your friend, the Durgar, is going to produce 2 daggers from seemingly nowhere.
What?
And turn around and attack number 5 that's directly behind him.
You get a running start.
That's a 22 to hit's good. Natural 1 is a miss. And an 11, I think, is a miss. Yeah, 11 does not hit. So 1 hit. And that's going to be 6 damage. And so that was red 5.
6 damage?
Yeah. 1 hit, 6 damage to number 5. Okay. That's his turn. Then we are to Bloplopod, who is very taken aback. Yes, sorry. So the thing that they're standing on is actually just an overturned keel boat. It's just like a couple feet off the ground. What?
Oh, never mind.
So I mean, it's easy enough to like step up onto. It's not like a huge altar.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, Bloplopod, having just been surprise attacked, is going to retaliate in kind.
With Kamehameha.
13 to hit makes contact, and a 10 does not. That's going to be
AC is 11, 12, 13.
4 physical damage and 15 lightning damage of their own.
Jesus.
Wow.
So that's going to be 19 damage.
I want to
From this
now
is-
Macy's they're wielding.
I don't know. They got some sparky stuff. Thunder stuff.
But wait, is it 4?
They're probably
19,
like
20, 26,
doing it that by themselves. They're probably like, I'm just channeling the energy of my god.
The lightning energy of the fish god.
And they're going to cast spiritual weapon of their own, which so both of them manifest as these giant spectral tridents that are just making like piercing attacks.
I thought you were saying fishnet for a second.
And the spell attack from Bloplopod is awful and is going to miss. Next up are the standard issue Kuatoa, but they're all very much in shock that the 2 religious leaders of the town have just started battling in front of them, and they're doing nothing this round. Their gaze is completely fixed at what's going on top near the altar. Then we have our monitor friend, who's behind the red side. Nope. All the way back, closer to yes.
Hey.
And they're actually going to run past you, and
Through the grates?
they can. Yeah, it's just like like you can run over it. It's fine. You're not gonna like fall in. Can they get to? Sorry, they each have 30 feet of movement.
This is first move.
How much?
Okay.
What's their movement normally?
It's got to be 30, right?
It could be.
Yeah. For the monitor, it's 30.
We're not in water.
No. Okay. So they're going to. What is the one that's next to it, closer to me? It's turned sideways.
That's
I
a
can't see what
monitor
it
as
is.
well.
That's another monitor.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. So it's just going to double move and basically go up and fight alongside Bloplopod. Actually, I lied. It's going to go for the whip, who has the white under it, across the. It can't be on the thing. Yes. Cool. Next up is Zatuo.
Oh no.
Thought to know.
Oh no, just oh no. I have Topsy and Turby next to me.
Yes, I believe you do.
Alright. I guess we should protect the kids first. Then I'll move here, and I'm gonna attack number 10.
Attacking which one?
10.
Red 10. Okay.
Yeah, does a 19 hit?
Yes.
He's gonna take 10 plus 4. Let's see. He takes 8 damage,
8 damage. Sure.
and then I'm gonna continue with martial arts.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty bad for 10.
A 10 does not hit.
Alright.
Okay, so red 10 takes 8. Okay, that's Zatuo's turn. Are you going to move it all? Or no, you already just moved
Yeah, I
up
just
to him.
moved up to be in
Wickham.
front of them.
You are up.
I'm gonna move forward towards 3 right here, and as I'm walking forward, just say in Dwarfish, what are you in for, friend? To this Durgar over here, assuming he speaks Dwarfish.
He responds to you. Aye, business deal gone bad.
Oh, I hate those. And then I'm gonna cast Flaming Hands on these 3 guys,
On 3 and 4?
and this guy, 15-foot range.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no, that should hit
3,
them all.
4, and monitor? Or
3, 4, and that's a whip. The whip in
Yes.
red, yes,
All right.
is a special whip.
DC 14
Not
reflex save.
Uh,
I believe. Yeah, pretty sure it's 14.
hang on, I totally left that one off of the.
Yeah, 14.
There was a 12, so it comes in here.
That's going to do.
Okay, so you need a what save?
DC 14 reflex.
Okay. 11 for the first Kuto is a failure. A natural 1 for the second Kuto is also a failure. And the whip ends up with a 13.
Ooh, one short.
1 short. Okay, so they all fail. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Boom. So I get 46 because I'm casting it at 2nd level.
Yep.
6. It's 10 damage. 12 damage. 18 damage.
18 damage. 4 and 5 are burned to cinders.
Temperature-
and drop dead. And the whip behind them also takes a healthy dose of damage.
Or unhealthy, rather.
I just give one of these.
Clear gets hit for 18, which is
Hey Nero, what's up?
and he's
Not
like,
sure that's the same
yo,
side
dude.
to be on, though.
And he's like, not much, man. And he is going to charge the whip. He's going to take a bit of a wide angle and sort of sneak through so that he doesn't provoke, because he can do that. And he is going to
I want that early temp HP.
make his attack
Yeah.
on the monitor in an attempt to redeem himself
from last fight.
from the last time around.
Yeah.
Sorry, bear with me with so many
Numbers.
dudes. Well, right, and then I'm like all the NPCs and Nero. Okay, rolls a natural 19 to hit,
Wow.
which is a 24, which is definitely going to connect with
Nice.
the whip in front of him. And I mean, knowing Nero, I think he would just like reckless abandon some smites.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. He's using.
Oh, on the big guy, sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Thundering? Is it Thundering Blow? Is that what it is?
No, it's not. He doesn't do a spell. He has an ability that he can turn spell slots into a damaging, like extra damage thing.
Okay.
It's just him
Uh,
using slots.
Sorry,
For smite.
I have to pull up the paladin thing because I don't know it off the top of my head.
You can expend spell slots to do 2d8 for every spell slot higher. Adds a d8 to it. That's it. That's what it does.
That's it. Okay.
Expend spell slots.
Right. So he has 3
It's one
first
spell
level
slot
spell
done.
slots, so he'll just be doing an additional
2d8.
2d8. Yeah, 2d8. Okay. So he connects, and 2d6 for his greatsword damage. Snake eyes.
He rolls
Uh,
ones and twos.
9 instead. Plus 3 is 12. And then 2d8 for his smite damage is another 7. So he's going to do 19 damage to that particular whip. Which drops this guy to... and yeah, that's his whole turn. I guess he does have the Shield of Faith spell, so he'd probably cast that here as well.
So the bonus action?
It's a bonus action spell.
Sweet.
So yeah, he's going to cast that. I don't know how to. I'm not used to actually using a character sheet on D&D Beyond. Okay, so his turn's done. His AC is up by 2 for the time being. Then we have the whip that he just attacked is going to attack him back.
What was everyone's initiative?
What do you mean?
You skipped
I
it.
guess it's like 19.
Mine was
Yeah.
19.
I had-
Mine was
I've-
13.
Oh,
Mine
yeah.
was 14.
Yep, shit, I totally missed you.
That's,
I'm
that's
so
fine.
sorry.
I was just like,
That's right.
maybe everyone rolled really
Oh,
well.
over here.
I wasn't paying attention.
No, there was just 4 19s, and I missed the you.
Gotcha, yeah.
Okay, so we'll put you in right now. So
Okay.
you're up.
So I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers on the whip that Nero's attacking.
Okay.
So it's a Wisdom saving throw of 14.
Dissonant Whispers. Wisdom saving throw. That's a natural 12 plus 2 is 14.
Ooh, nice.
So they're going to save.
So he takes half as much damage, so takes half of 3d6.
Okay.
Don't mess up.
Ooh,
Oh, you goofed.
I messed up.
That's
3
fine.
total.
On 3d6?
Yeah.
But half.
Oh, right.
No, so it was 6. This was a 2.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it was 6. Take 3.
All right.
Starting off strong.
Yeah, you
boys.
see, it's not not completely
You hear my
effective,
dice
but
rolling? It's
but he
so
sort of
loud.
just like recoils a bit from this like strange psychic energy that just racked his brain. And anything else for this turn? You have inspiration. You have cutting words. You have healing word, but you don't really need that yet, probably.
I'm going to double check on that. I don't think I can actually do that. I'm going to give an inspiration to... I'll give it to Zatuo.
Jingle bells, jingle
Okay.
bells, jingle all the
And
way.
apparently sing him Jingle Bells.
Okay. So yeah, we're back at Klib, the Kuatoa whip, who's in front of Nero. Klib is going to
Danger near.
use its pincer staff on him,
Dangerfish.
That seems friendly.
but rolls a 5, which is not going to be enough to meet Lenny's current 18 AC.
Say meet Lenny?
To meet.
Oh, to meet Lenny's HP.
Yeah.
Okay.
To meet Lenny. Yeah.
Like meat man or?
The meat man.
Oh, you're the one who gets that
I
reference.
do. I am. I think I am the only one who gets that reference. Okay. Yeah. So that whip is going to miss, but they are also going to cast a spell on their turn. And a similar sheen of light sort of like shines over this whip, as just shown over Lenny when he cast his spell. And then that's the next Kuatoa. Next up is Tyr.
Okay. So to everybody that's on my side, I mentally tell them, cover your eyes, and then I hit my hammer on the ground to ignite it.
Okay.
And then I'll turn around. I'm assuming that can all kind of be like a bonus action ish,
What?
like before starting combat. Like, can I
It's
still
like
move and
it's like
attack
a
after
command
that?
word.
Is it a command word? Okay.
That's how we've been using it.
Okay. I thought it was.
Mine was click, click, boom.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Click, click.
Boom.
So I'll shout ignite. I'll turn around, and I'll swing it at red 7.
At red 7. Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
14.
14 is good enough to hit.
Okay.
Oh, just good enough? Oh,
Just
man.
barely.
Oh
Okay.
no.
That was red 7, you said? Yeah.
Yeah.
Smash.
8 physical and 1 fire damage. So
Did you add your regular modifier too?
It's your strength.
no. Sorry, 11 physical and 1 fire.
Okay. So 12 total
Are you
damage.
two-handing it? One-handed?
Two-handed.
Yeah, so
Does that do more damage?
That is the.
it does a D10. It's like a long
Oh
sword.
right, it ups the.
Yep, it's
high.
versatile. Okay, yeah, no, your swing is effective. The fire damage is effective, and that the Kuatoa that you just struck is looking pretty rough already.
Sweet.
Anything else?
I will cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action.
Okay.
They have more HP than I thought they did.
And I'll put it
They're not minions.
right here.
Okay. Attacking number 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they had passed my
Roll
savings,
your
I
attack.
I believe that
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Oh, that's not going to hit. I rolled a 4.
Roll 4. Okay, yeah. No, the spiritual warhammer appears behind them as you expected, but their strange movement after you struck it with the warhammer causes your spiritual weapons a strike to miss.
Mm-hmm.
Next up are our merry band of NPCs.
So many of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So the twins are going to go and attack red 10.
They're gonna go offensive.
Yeah, they pull out their short swords and they're going to make some slashes here.
Yeah.
I was a 13-year-old.
A 10 to hit is
I
no
don't know if I would
good,
go
and a
with that.
14 to
I
hit is good. So
I might
that's
go
going
him
to
out of
be
range, but
8 damage to red
I
10.
want to be careful about like spilling blood near the altar.
No, it has to be
Oh,
human. It has to be human
um,
blood.
You mean something with like 2 legs and 2 arms and a face?
Who's over there? Jim Jar is also going to pull out a short sword and go at number 8. And rolls a 17, so that's definitely going to hit. Jim Jar's damage with a short sword. 7 damage to, which one did I say?
8.
Red 8 takes 7 damage. Alright, who else? Eldith is over there.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to attack the, nope, turn around. Yes. She's going to attack
Oh,
that
man.
monitor.
oh,
And she rolls a 14, which is enough to hit the monitor. And her second attack is a 15, so 2 hits for Eldith.
Definitely no drow elite.
Putting in work.
Yeah. We don't
No, you guys had me worried.
a low
So it's
20.
5, 9 damage to the monitor.
Alright. Eldith, not
How much damage?
Yeah, not too bad. 9 damage on 2 hits. And then last but not least, we have Bupito, the madman himself. He's gonna now green 6 over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
You get him.
Madman.
yeah. And he's gonna make his attack. Roll 11, which should be good enough for a hit. Hi, Doug. Hi, David. Welcome, guys. There's people here.
Now someone else will get my references.
Yeah, just Doug probably.
Dog thing.
Yeah, so Rapido has +4 to hit, so he is going to hit for 3 damage on green number 6. God damn, there's so many of these fucking fish people. It's his turn. We'll move across the way to Darendil is he's gonna go at number 1, red 1. He's gonna make his 2 customary slashing attacks and misses the first one, but hits the second one.
I guess he'll go there.
He's unleashing the beast.
Oh yeah.
And as is customary when you guys get into situations like these. So he's going to hit for 7 damage.
Still haven't dealt with that yet.
Do any of us believe him?
And
That's true.
who's the other NPC over there? Shushar is going to go stand in front of Stool and take a defensive stance for his
between him
action.
and
Oh
two.
man.
I put him
That
in between
resembles
these two
fighting.
to protect these
Yeah,
two.
that works.
Okay.
All
Me and
right,
Stu,
and that does it for the
the lovables
NPCs.
of the bunch.
Next up is Gloog, who is your ally whip, who currently has a monitor in front of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no. We
For
have to
now.
protect them.
Yeah.
So he is going to
Guilty Spark, let's go.
also cast Shield of Faith. The similar sheen briefly engulfs their body. And he is going to make 2 attacks against the monitor. It's a 12, which is not going to do it, and a 17, which will hit. The first attack was like sort of attempted to like lunge out and make a bite attack at the neck, but wasn't able to connect. But the second attack, the pincer like staff that it has in his hand just sort of jabs it in there and makes contact.
Giant
And it's going to just be 4 damage
Oh.
to.
pictures in
Wait,
there.
Monitor number 2.
Wake up. You should try pulling the one fish boy
That's
a little bit
wait.
towards us.
Oh man, I'm having a hard time telling everybody
No,
apart.
This guy.
Why?
So that's
Because if we can line
Clip.
it up right, I think I can
That's
get
the
off
monitor.
a spell to help us out.
All right. If you communicate, I'll do it.
The white whip
Okay.
had tongues cast on him, right?
the what? No, just
These
blop
two.
and ploop.
Okay.
Okay, so that does it
Like,
for Gloog's turn, and then the last of the Kuatoa are also frozen for this round. And we're back to the top of the order. Your Duergar friend,
Mr. Shanks over here.
Shanks you very much.
yeah, so he's going to keep on swinging swords at swinging daggers at number 5. Just a flurry with these daggers. It's a 17, which hits. Natural 2 is not going to hit, and natural 18
Not
will.
concentration, right?
No.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
What?
It's only a +1 to
Speech
hit,
weapon
though.
not being a concentration spell and being a bonus action is just so freaking
Yeah.
good. Like you just take that spell.
Yeah.
And red 5 goes down with a flurry of blows that the
Red 5 is
that
dead.
Duergar unleashes, and
Yeah.
is also going to.
He's
He's gonna move
I'm
up
just trying to
behind
figure out- I can never remember
um,
who got hit there.
the enemy that Nero's in front of.
Mm-hmm.
That one. That's the one I said was Clib, correct? Like had a goofy name.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
That's for
Just
sure.
wanted to make sure that I was not screwing that up. Okay, so that's the end of his turn. Next up, again, is Ploop, the Archpriest. Is going to.
Did you have the spiritual weapon attack last?
I did.
Yeah.
It missed.
Okay.
All the spiritual weapons really sucked in the first round of this combat.
Garbage.
So for the spiritual weapons attack this round, it's a 16, which is definitely going to hit. Damage on that. Min damage. Boo. Is 4 damage. And I think they're just going to make another couple of attacks because it was really effective. Except we rolled a natural 2, but then we rolled 12. So one of these is going to hit for 8 physical damage and 14 electrical damage. So for 22 points of damage there.
That's ridiculous.
And yeah, they're just like back and forth bashing at each other up there with their own weapons, with spiritual weapons. They're just going at each other like nobody's business. And Blop attempts to rebuttal in this similar manner. Spiritual weapon attack rolls a 7. Nope, that's not going to be enough. But they're also going to make 2 melee attacks. 16 will hit, and a natural 19 will also hit. So this is going to be a lot. So that's 11, 24 from the first attack on Blop, or on Ploop.
24?
And the second attack is an additional 26 damage.
Oh man. It's Mighty's daughter. Holy crap. Is he like a paladin? Just casting Divine Smite?
No, it's the electrical energy. Both of their scepters release similar bolts of electrical energy.
What are these scepters made of?
Fishbone? Probably.
That'd be pretty funny.
Not metal. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I can't math.
I thought I could do something, you know.
Played
50.
Minus,
Never mind, I'll just keep wasting my first level spells to do 6 damage. It'll be great.
There's no metal.
I mean, they're wearing robes and stuff, and most of the stuff in the city is sort of like recovered items. The monitors don't even have weapons either. They make unarmed strikes and make bite attacks.
Okay.
Though the normal Kuotoa have spears, but like the little bit of metal that's on them is like the hooks at the end.
Right,
They're not
yeah.
like solidly crafted
Mhm.
weapons like that. Okay, so that was Ploop and Blop. Next up are green 5 through 8.
I just don't have a metal
They probably
filling.
went.
5 and 6 are next to you.
They're both going to attack Rapido.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, Pepito.
It's a natural 2 and a 10. A 10 plus 3 is 13, which does not hit Bupido. So they both make attacks, but Bupido deftly avoids them.
He's so
Um,
slippery.
And then 7 and 8 are going to. A for effort.
That.
7 and 8 are going to go behind
Topsy-turvy.
Gloog, the one with the white disc underneath them.
Ooh.
They're both going to go and attack him.
Okay, just make it.
All right. And so they're both going to make their attacks. That's a natural 17, which definitely hits,
Mhm.
and a 9 plus plus 3 is 12, which is not going to be enough. So one hit. For a whopping 2 damage on Gloog. Okay, that's that. Ander, you're up.
Can I?
Yes.
I forget how the various hold actions work. So I want to hold a casting of Fairy Fire until. Well, so I essentially want to hold my turn until after Chiffon goes.
I mean, you can do that, but that permanently moves you lower in the order. You can do your movement now if you want and hold a specific spell based on a trigger if you want to not be permanently moved down.
If I hold the spell, do I have to cast it?
Well, you have,
either-
you have a trigger keyword.
Not a keyword, but your
Well, you have
trigger
a
event.
trigger situation.
You'll lose the action if
So
you
if it
don't do
doesn't
exactly
happen, if I,
what you're saying.
fail.
You're gonna
Gotcha.
hold.
Okay.
But you won't lose the spell slot.
Okay. No, we'll do that. So I'm gonna hold Fairy Fire until after Chiffon goes.
Okay. Are you gonna move on your turn?
No, I like where I'm at. I feel safe.
Fair enough.
Put on a sweater and a pair of corduroy.
Next up is
Nice.
our monitor friend in the middle who is attacking Gloog. And they're going to make 2 attacks, but it's a natural 4, which is terrible, and then a natural 15 will hit. Oh, and they actually get an additional attack. Oh, that's a natural 4. So they're going to make contact with one of their unarmed strikes, which is going to deal a total of 7 damage, which is not too bad. But yeah, similar to the monitor you guys encountered when the group tried to attack you, the unarmed strikes of this warrior's when it's making contact is releasing electrical energy along with the actual just force of the blow itself. I think that does it for the monitor's turn. Zatuo, you are up.
Well, I'm gonna help take down number 10 with Topsy and Turvy. Yeah, like a big brother.
The Topsy Turvy team up.
12?
Topsy-turvy turn up.
12 on
Turn
number
it
10. I'm gonna use my inspiration on that.
Get it.
What is that? 3?
Yeah.
15?
On
Yes.
which one?
Number
3.
10?
Red 10.
Yeah.
That makes contact. And it's pretty beat up, so there's no way that the damage you do won't kill it.
8?
Yeah, it goes
It's
down.
alive.
There's no way. Hey,
I'm gonna drop
Squeeze.
I'm gonna drop a key point. And
Okay.
I'll flurry number 9.
Oh.
So
dropping
Well,
key
pick it
points
back
up
up.
in here.
Pick it back up and use it.
10.
Jesus, so careless.
So sloppy.
10
It's
and
like,
18.
oh, my key points.
No.
10 and 18 to hit. Which one?
Everywhere.
Ponto number
Don't you hate it when you lose your
9
keys?
red.
I drop my
9
spells all
red.
the time. I hate it.
Do 10 hit
My
or
spells-
not?
A 10 does not hit,
Oh,
but
I'm
an
in
18
trouble.
will hit.
For
Worse.
7?
For 7 damage, okay.
Like, we're making this as hard as we can be.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. After Zatuo is Wickham.
All right.
Alright.
All right. Move here? Well, no, that's not true. Move here. And, wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Boom. I'll try and vine whip this guy over here. Oh, no!
Okay.
You mean like chain whip or
Chain-
fiery chain?
Fiery chain whip
Chain,
of Antoi.
No,
of
Vine
druid
Whip is
schooling.
in the move that Ivysaur learns
Yeah.
at
Can
level
you
16.
wait? Which one? Which one are you chain whipping? Do you have enough distance there?
30 feet.
It's exactly 30.
5, 10, 15, and 20, 25, 30.
All right. So this is a save from
This
them.
is an attack
This is an attack. Okay.
I have to make.
Big money.
Not big.
Ugh.
14.
14 hits.
Boom. 14 has hit him before.
The
so
familiar flaming spiked chain launches out, Spider-Man style from
thing still scares
Wickham's
me.
palm.
Get over here.
Yeah, man, get it.
Good old punch.
Oh.
1 damage.
1 damage to Blop.
Just nick him a
Just
little
one.
bit.
Just one.
Just
That's all we needed.
But I'll pull him 5 feet closer, if that's all right.
Okay.
You mean her?
you use
I will pull
That is
her
her,
yeah.
5 feet closer.
And then I take my Fairy Fire.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. So that hits in a 20-foot cube, which is going to look like this cube.
We're gonna burn
Okay.
our buddy.
It's
no,
not
so
real
it-
fire.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Alright.
every object in the 20-foot cube makes a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so green number 1 is going to pass because roll a natural 17. Then next up is
Number 7.
Oh, sorry.
7, 8.
Sorry, yeah, 7.
It doesn't hit 8.
It doesn't hit 8.
Okay.
So 8's out, 7 is not affected. This is for the one with the white underneath it.
Our friend.
Wait, that's our friend.
Yeah.
That's our friend.
Do you hit him too?
It has to.
Oh, okay.
That's a natural 9, and that is a whip, correct?
Yep.
This is a dex throw?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a fail.
Okay.
So they're outlined. Then for the monitor right in front of them, natural 20 to not be
If
affected.
you only hit our guy.
Story of my game.
A natural 6 for Blop, who will be affected.
That's dope.
Flops outline.
Um, A natural 6 for the other monitor,
Okay.
the one that Eldith is going toe to toe with. I really need to get better minis so I can tell all these ones apart.
So.
So
our
everything
friend-
that's outlined gets anything.
They all have advantage. or
The attacker has
attacks against
advantage.
them have advantage. And so currently, yeah, only the orange and yellowy ones have that.
Yeah.
But Eldith's pleased. She gets to beat the shit out of this monitor still. Okay.
I figured if I'm targeting 4 of our enemies and only hitting 1 of our allies.
Chances are.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's that win.
So next up is
I'm sorry, it's the word.
Nat!
Damn you!
Triggered.
Oh,
I just
man.
kind of like I trip a little bit.
Oh man, his son's
No,
gonna go
don't
down
trip.
so fast.
Isn't it?
His son's gonna go down so fast. There's 3 guys
You mean her
around.
son?
His daughter?
His daughter? His mom?
His son.
No, you're right. It's his son.
His cousin.
okay.
right?
So the
Oh,
monitor in
Yeah,
front
his
of
son.
It's her brother.
monitor in front of Gloog
Oh god.
is going to attack.
Gonna
Yeah.
eat her alive.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3 attacks, all at advantage. It's a 4 and an 11, 17 hits. A 10 and a 5 for 16 hits. A 3
It's going down.
and a 5
Yeah.
is going to miss. So that's the bite lands and 1 unarmed strike. So that's going to be 4 damage from the bite and
He's fine.
6 damage from the unarmed
Yeah,
strike.
he's fine.
So there's 10 damage to Gloog.
That's fine.
And then.
And then the other monitor that's in front of Eldith is going to make his attacks. It's a natural 13, which is good enough to hit. An 8 makes it a 14, which I believe ties. Oh, no, she has a shield. Does not hit.
Let's
And
go.
then a 5 is not going to do it. So the bite makes contact, but she's able to block the fists that follow. But she takes 5 damage from the bite. So for Eldith.
Thank God the bite doesn't shock.
Right.
These guys are super magical.
That was the monitors. Zatuo, you're up.
Again?
Wait, oh, did I just like jump back up?
Wow.
Yeah.
I would
probably.
love to go again.
I still need to go.
So does I think Nero.
Gotcha. So
I think
Zatuo went,
it was-
Wickham to the chain.
Nero's next, I think.
Yeah. My bad. Okay, yeah, Nero's up. Nero is going to keep going toe-to-toe with the dude in front of him. He's going to use his Vow of Enmity on this monitor.
Oh, he is.
Sounds very near.
No, I think
Yeah.
Nero would already be over here fighting this one.
So he has advantage on his attack. And
Like
so-
run and run as I cast
It's a
Verify.
3
Don't care.
and a 5.
Yikes.
That also sounds like Nero.
That's
That
Nero.
totally does.
Although it doesn't sound like our GM. What's wrong with your dice?
Right, I know it's
Honestly.
broken. Must be broken.
Broken dice.
So he makes his swing, but it doesn't connect on this round. That was Nero's whole turn. Then red 6 through 10 are going to start attacking you guys. So 6 and 7 are both going to make attacks at Tyr.
No chance.
That's it.
But they have nets.
Oh, they better not. If they have nets, I'm jumping in the grate. It's over.
13, which I don't believe hits you,
Just brush it off my shoulder.
and then lower than that. So they're both going to miss. Your armor
Brush it
is
off my shoulder.
just too much for
Hey.
them to make good contact
Without
Get a try
with
one.
any fleshy
they
bits.
obviously haven't heard of your weakness.
Yeah.
8 is going to attack Jim Jar, and is going to miss terribly. 9 rolls a natural 16 to hit Zatuo, which definitely is going to hit after the modifiers.
Darn. I got hit for once.
And that's going to be.
Is Zatuo looking okay?
Well,
Yeah, he hasn't gotten hit yet.
Okay.
Most of you haven't been touched in this fight
Then you're fine.
yet.
How much am I taking?
You are going to take.
22.
7 inches.
You're going to take
that's what
9
he said.
damage.
Yeah, that's
Whoa!
what he said.
Whoa! Nine?
That's what he said.
They rolled max damage. It
That
happens.
sounds about right, to be
I
honest.
have a personal problem now.
9 damage?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
We got
Good.
Good
thing he hit.
That does it for all of those. Wait, are 2 of those guys already dead?
No, just 10. But 8 missed and then 9.
Oh, I
shot.
missed 6 over there. Gotcha. 8
Are 2
missed.
of those dead? No, just 10. 10 of those are dead.
Just 10.
Okay, next up is Klib, who's fighting Lenny, fighting Nero on the opposite side. It's gonna be
Fourth wall.
my bad. 17 is not gonna hit his 18. His shield of faith
Got him.
put in
Save
work.
them.
Oh, dope.
And then a natural 16 with modifiers is gonna hit.
You don't let it can't escape.
And then the other
That's
unarmed
brighter.
strike is a natural 19, so
Oh
he gets
my.
hit by both unarmed strikes.
Yeah, Lenny, he dead.
Oh, probably.
So that's 13,
Oh my.
First hit.
17 damage
Ow.
on this hit to Nero.
Great.
How do I make him lose HP?
You hit the plus button.
Just keep
17
hitting
times.
the plus until you can't hit it up anymore.
I mean,
Okay.
he's almost dead.
I mean, he took over half of his life from that hit.
Yes, he did.
But he's alive. But he has to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain his Shield of Faith. Rolled a natural 19, so it's definitely going to pass. So that's Klib's turn. Next up are green 1 through 4, yeah, so they're going to crash in. 1 and 2 are both going to attack. Yeah, that's not in. Can 3 and 4 get all the way over to Darendil and the group of you guys?
Yep. They can get right there. So one can attack Stool and the other one can attack Shishar.
Or they can both attack Shishar.
So, wait, can you move your hand?
I'm trying to. I was sure where you want me to put those two.
No, that's fine. So 2's definitely attacking you with a natural 14, which will hit.
Yep.
And 1 is, yeah, they're both just going to hit you
Yeah.
with a natural 18. So you're getting hit
Jesus.
My
twice.
attacks are a little less flashy, except for the literal flashing. Maybe.
4. So 10 damage total from those 2 attacks combined.
For the most part, you just have gray smoke comes off my wounds as they heal really quick.
Okay, yeah. No, so they both take their spears and just like jab them, and I mean they came up right behind you, and you weren't entirely expecting it, but the additional vitality granted to you by your warlock powers is able to absorb almost all the damage, I assume.
All but 3.
All but 3.
Wow.
Okay. Then 3 and 4 are going to attack Shushar.
Are they going to text to him?
Yeah, they want blood sacrifices, man. 3's going to try and hit Shushar, but he's at disadvantage. That's
Just
19
blood.
and a 5.
No.
You don't know?
Is he a humanoid?
So
He's not
Shushar's defensive stance pays off, and he is not hit by
Wow.
number 5 or 3's attack.
Dope.
And against Stool, it's a 7.
Hit.
Plus 3 is a 10, which I'm pretty sure hits the poor guy.
11.
Oh, it ties. He has an AC of 10.
Oh.
All right. And so that was an attack with that was a bite attack. So only 2 damage. Only 2
All right.
damage.
He took a nibble at stool. No.
I mean, he looked like food.
Oh my god.
Not to a fish.
Right. You don't know, man.
So have you been a fish before?
No.
Then Tyr, you're up again.
All right. Bonus action, spiritual weapon to hit red 7. I'm gonna go for that right out the gate. 11.
To hit who?
It's red 7.
No, 11 doesn't
No.
hit.
All right. I will use my warhammer to hit 7 then. I'll try that one. Oh, wow.
So close.
7. All right.
Solid 20 for a
I'm
second.
gonna use my channel divinity to get a bonus weapon attack.
Sure.
That doesn't count probably, unfortunately. 3. Wow. 8.
It should have.
Dang it.
Man.
Okay.
Struggle bus.
Man,
Struggle
I
bus
was
all
not
aboard.
supposed to hit any of those.
I was
Clearly
so
not.
afraid.
Yeah, that was...
Next up, we have all of the NPCs again. Topsy and Turvy are both going to sort of turn on red 9. They're both going
Yeah.
to sort of go around and make attacks on that one. A natural 13 will hit, and a natural 14 will hit.
Nice.
Total of 4 is 11 damage to red 9, which is enough. The two small
man.
children both come up behind and just stab their short swords into the back, and it just drops.
Fish kebabs.
Like Miriam
Then
Pickett attacked her north.
That leaves
Also-
Jim Jar attacking red number 8.
She's been doing fine.
Natural 1 is not going to do it.
A little higher than Jim Jarrett.
Right, yeah, struggle plus. But he is actually going to. No, that's fine. He's basically just in stand your ground mode for the
Yeah,
moment.
there's like
Then
four-
Eldith is going to make her 2 attacks with advantage. Natural 18. So 1 hit on the monitor. 5 and 5. So 1 hit on the monitor only. For a total of just 4 damage this time.
Oh no.
No bueno. Okay, Eldith is done. Next up, we have Shushar, who,
Take the defensive stance.
yeah,
Boo.
he's gonna do his best to sort of
Tito.
interpose himself to make sure that he's still in between,
He's got
in front of
electro.
Stool as much as possible.
He's been putting out on us this whole time.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then Darendil is going to make 2 attacks at number 2. Rolls a natural 14, which will hit, and a natural 13, which will also hit. So Darendil makes his 2 claw attacks successfully and deals, oh shit, that's a lot of damage. 11, 17 damage
Get it.
to red number 2.
Wow. He's dead.
And no, it's not dead, but
What?
looking real bad.
Oh.
After that, we've got Stool. You know what? Stool's tired of this shit. He's gonna try and punch the dude that just.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god.
Actually,
Kick him in the shin.
that's probably less advisable than also taking a defensive stance for
Yeah.
Stool. So we're gonna do that instead.
You know.
Reasonable.
He's your
And
coward.
then I think
Live
that
a
covers
little.
all of our main group
Well, but-
NPCs,
That's
which
why
brings
I'm
us
taking
to
defensive
Gloog,
stance. So it's-
who is currently has 2 Kuto behind him, as well as
Fairy fire.
another monitor in front of
You should
him.
probably retreat.
I don't think he can disengage really well. He'd have to do it twice.
I think when you disengage, you just take no attack opportunity.
Yeah, so I think I agree. I think we're gonna have a disengage there,
Okay.
and is gonna run around to sort of get on the boat with their dad with Ploop. Yeah, so just use the disengage action for this turn. And last is the red 1 through 5. So number 1 and number 2, they're both going to make their attacks at Darendil. A natural 16 is going to hit, and a natural 20 is going to crit. All right.
What is
Roll
he
some
again?
damage.
What kind of thing is he?
He's a Quaggoth.
That's right. Okay.
So that's 16 plus 3 is 19 damage
Wow.
to the Quaggoth.
Dandel?
He's attacking, or
He got hit for a bunch. He
Yeah,
got
by
hit,
hit 2 and
twice,
1.
and one was a crit.
uh,
By 2 and 1.
Darendel.
That does it for that bunch.
Well, you're
And
great.
now, so in addition to the armed Kuatoa who are like dressed for the occasion and you're doing battle with, there are actually more who are less directly part of the ceremony, but they're just like the cult followers and just the curious, the other citizens, and they're sort of like around the general area. There's a few on the docks. There are a few in the shallows of the water. There's a few closer to the shrine of the Sea Mother, and you notice now that some of them start screaming, and a few of them just are pulled under the water near the shoreline. As you can start seeing that the blood of the Kuatoa that's been spilt thus far has gone down the grate as intended and entered the sea.
You didn't know,
And you're not sure what
Hey, I spilled no blood.
Yeah, you and I.
you're not sure what is doing it, but
Something.
clearly there's something down there. And Hemeth is up again, and this man is gonna put in some work.
What's his name?
You don't know yet, but his name is Hemeth.
Hemeth?
Hemeth.
Dope.
He looks fucking cool. I'm really excited for him. He's pretty neat.
Don't be mad. Behemoth.
Behemoth. All right, so yeah, he's gonna once again just go to town on the monitor that's in front of Lenny. That's in front of Nero. I did that.
If he's a rogue, he gets sneak attack.
A dwarven rogue?
Yeah.
He's got double daggers,
The thing?
which everyone knows means he's a rogue.
Oh, true.
It's in the D&D rulebook.
I just wanted to see if you guys knew that.
If you carry more than one dagger, you're
You're a
automatically
rogue. Yeah.
Hey, I was a bro.
How do I dual?
Okay, yeah. So
Just
first
carry
attack
it.
is a natural 18,
No,
which is
dual
definitely gonna hit.
first.
Second attack is a natural 14, which is definitely gonna hit,
It's more like clomp.
and a natural 15, which is also definitely gonna hit. So we get 3 attacks. This flurry of this guy who's been up to this point completely preoccupied fighting Nero as they're going toe to toe, just gets blasted from behind as a whole bunch of slashing wounds are made on its back, and it takes a billion.
Probably a lot.
I have a bad feeling about him
Yeah.
being where he is. He might get.
A total of 20 damage to the monitor in front
Wow.
of Nero
Okay. Glad.
from his 3 attacks.
Oh
And
god.
it's still up.
Still saying it's a monitor. It's got a ton of
I
health.
just was hoping.
I mean, it's really Lenny did one huge smite hit, but there hasn't really been much besides that. No, that's the only hit that's.
I hit him with fire
Like,
for 18 damage.
Oh fuck! This is Clib. My bad.
yeah.
I was putting this on a regular monitor and not on Clib.
Clip.
He's named. You haven't met him, but he is a name. Fun.
We're not getting it.
So he takes a bunch of damage and is looking pretty rough at this point over there. Yeah, sorry.
No, just
Attributed
he's
to
looking at full health. I'm sorry.
Right, 'cause he's-
it ain't nothing.
Yeah, so that is Hemeth's turn. Next up is Ploop again. Standing atop the altar, continuing to attack Blop with the spiritual weapon here.
An advantage.
As a natural 19
Oh yeah.
and a natural 14. So that's definitely going to hit.
Thank goodness.
I think
Thank
she's gonna go down.
That's, oh man, it's only
Oh, so
4
she's
damage
taking
from the spiritual
7
weapon.
damage.
And then 2 attacks. A 2 and a 14, and then a 15 and a 15. So those two attacks hit.
That's a lot
Just
of
gotta
dice.
bring her down.
I want to know.
Uh,
I want one of these sticks.
24.
The lightning stick.
Yeah.
My gosh.
I'm not sure it's the sticks.
I'm pretty sure it's them.
Yeah.
Because the monitors can do it too, but they use unarmed strikes.
Have they?
Yeah.
It's their hands. Just steal their hands.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, no, I got
24
that.
damage and 21 damage
No,
from the
you
2
don't-
attacks that Pluplupine lands on
It's a good thing we didn't try to fight him.
How much damage total?
44. Those 2 attacks.
Fairy fire plus throw whip worth.
Yeah.
Or chain whip worth.
So is she still up?
So I figured if we just maximize the number of attacks he gets off against their like.
For
Leader?
the best.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they'll stop when she goes down.
The question is, do we have to worry about him then?
Probably. It's like, thank you. Now you'll be sacrificed as
so-
sea mother.
I thought of that, yeah.
As Pluplupine strikes the killing blow
Oh, yeah.
on
Maybe not.
Bloggerpod, the archpriestess cries out once more, Lima Gugun!
That's
and
fine.
falls dead,
That's fine. I'm sure that's fine.
whipping all
It's
the
all for the
rest
best.
of the Kuatoa in the area into a bit of a frenzy.
Just a bit.
They're doing a
Uh,
frenzy.
Oh, that's bad. That can't be good. Actually.
Another sound rises above the burbling cries of the Kuatoa.
no.
That's fine.
The dark surface of the water farther out bubbles and begins to foam.
We kill it too fast. We kill it too fast.
A thick, oily tentacle bursts forth, followed by another. Then 2 monstrous heads break the surface,
What?
both resembling hideous, angry baboons with wickedly curved tusks.
Bamboo.
What? Baboons?
Bamboo.
Both heads are attached to a single torso, and the monster's red eyes burn with bloodlust and madness.
Oh my gosh.
The creature rising from the dark lake must stand 30 feet tall or more, with water cascading down its back and shoulders.
Does it
Upon
have
reaching
fur?
its full height, the great demon throws back its head and unleashes a screeching howl.
Nope.
It's fine.
There has to be a picture of this somewhere,
He's
right?
got
'Cause
one.
This is. I'm
Dun,
having
dun.
trouble.
He's been waiting for this moment.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Dun, dun,
Jeez.
dun, dun.
So, obviously I don't have quite enough of the map here to do this.
gosh.
It's about 200 feet out in the water.
Oh, it's coming.
That's
Okay,
true.
we have time. What the heck?
Oh, when you buy this, was it 3D printed?
That was 3D printed.
Wow.
Sorry, I gotta adjust the
This
camera.
is the one you showed me, isn't it?
That is enormous.
That's insane.
You just painted it. It looks way more intimidating painted.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, this is 200 feet out.
I have a feeling it moves kind of quick, considering it's like 20 feet wide-ish.
Nah, man, we book.
Is it
I need
standing-
all of you to make a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, yes.
I have such good charisma.
My best save.
Oh my gosh.
I'll roll natural. Did you roll natural one?
No, 2.
20.
So that means I don't roll bad because that's how this works. That was an intentional
8.
roll. Okay.
Oh man, we in troubles.
No, that's
23.
We got 8.
23, okay. 8,
fine. 20.
20,
8.
8. All right, we're gonna roll this for Nero.
Dude, save us.
A natural 11 with what I'm sure his charisma is probably fine. Let me double check that though.
Plus 2 probably.
His charisma is plus 2. Okay.
Alright, so what happens to Andrew and I?
Sorry. I gotta go through all the NPCs too.
If you guys get enraptured under his like call, you're gonna start just moving towards him.
Eldith.
We also
Fails.
frenzy and get bonuses, right? That's how. it
Boop
works.
Pedo
Yeah, that's how it works.
passes.
This can only be good for us.
Jim Jar passes.
We become this.
All right.
Stool passes.
I think it might be time to start whistling.
I kept meaning to do that on my turn. was just to
Shushar
call him
passes.
towards us.
The
that's
twins-
wonderful whistle.
Take a
The
boat.
twins both fail.
Yeah, because the water's where we want to be right now.
Yeah.
Hemoth passes.
Thank goodness.
Okay,
That'd be
so
tragic for
our
the
failures
family.
were Eldith, Darendil, and the twins.
So
Not us?
As well as you two who
Okay.
rolled 8s.
damn it.
So you all accrue an additional level of madness.
Ooh, baby.
I don't know what that means yet.
You're about to.
Yay.
Okay,
Are you tracking that?
last time
We
you
tracked
when
that?
I was crazy.
Sorry, so the twins failed, Eldith failed, and both of you failed. Okay.
I was mad once already.
Yeah, when I was mad,
Yes.
you had a dragon face.
Yeah.
Are we gonna
You
go
also had
Yeah.
Madness at some point.
I talked in gibberish for a little bit.
right. So,
through that? Oh, no.
Can we see this thing that far out? Is it too dark?
It's way too dark.
it's loud, and
There's no.
I have
it,
my
it,
torch
it
on.
almost it has this otherworldly hue, not terribly different from that of the
Glowing
the
yellow
madness
stuff.
fields that you've encountered
No.
before. So he's not like brightly lit, but you heard him emerge from the water, and you can see him all the way out there, even even blind as a bat tear.
I was gonna
He's
say, if
able to
nothing
make
else,
My hammer
we,
is
we
on
saw
fire
we
right
saw
now,
a priestess
so-
dying, crying out for her god, then a like heart piercing shriek from the middle of the lake
I mean, that's a leap. That's a big leap.
to the middle of
How
the
do we
lake.
know? How do we know that's not just some children playing?
Tell you what, you swim out there and let us know.
I'm not very good swimmer.
Oh.
I don't think it'll matter.
We should have Shushar do it. He's great in the water.
I'm gonna give Nero and Tyr,
Let's go.
and even you get a history check. You get a religion check,
Yep.
and Nero is also going to get a religion check. You roll a 14.
Posting in the group about.
7.
Oh, Nero's posted in Out of the Abyss.
16 for Nero.
I think Lenny just said he wants to charge it.
Of course he does. Of course he
That's
does.
not what he said.
That thing is huge. I missed this. Don't kill me.
13.
13.
Religion.
So you're not quite sure exactly what this creature is.
I don't think we
But-
should know what this is.
It is
We
clearly
should find out.
a demon of some sort.
Guys, it's the sea mother. I just kind of think that. No.
And
Nailed it.
and what did you roll, Ander, for your history check?
7.
A 7.
You're even
No,
more sure it's
you're-
the sea mother.
You're also not sure.
No, it is definitely the deep
what it
daddy.
is.
Religion check.
And Nero with a 16 on his religion check
He's almost been-
is also highly confident that that this is a demon, and not one to be trifled with.
Sure.
So, as for those of you who failed on your charisma saving throws, you start. Well, let's see. Okay, if it is your first failure, which no, for neither, it's not either of your first.
You both feel one?
Right.
We don't build a tolerance or anything? Come on.
Okay.
So wait, are we both at 2 madness then?
You were both at 2 levels of madness.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
That's not good, guys.
So,
That's real bad.
I don't know what that is.
Zatuo, you begin experiencing these vivid hallucinations.
Like tentacles all over me?
No,
Not
How bad?
fantasies.
you see the visage of some familiar faces.
Oh no.
You see the bodies of your fallen brethren from the temple.
They can't be here.
And out standing on one of the docks. Where you're at? You're on the other side. Sorry, out standing on the dock towards the water. You see bloodied and grinning Master Dewey.
Right, that's what I want.
Ander, you
What?
experience. I'm just going to type it to you. That'll be better.
And that's how we have Slack, boys.
Yeah. Good old Slack.
Good old,
Um,
good old free tier Slack.
Good old
The best tier,
freedom
free
messages.
tier.
Yeah, man. Because when you're in those nets, it's like free
Yep,
tier.
Free tier. Hashtag free tier.
Why is the pizza gone?
Why is all the rum gone?
It's a great ad.
Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you looked at me. I looked at you. Looked at the pizza where it was.
There was no pizza.
Anymore.
I'm confused about my madness. I like this.
That's the
madness.
point, I think.
I like this.
No, you think you like it.
Oh no, I definitely like this.
Okay. Darendil, also having failed, just starts roaring. Just imagine Beast from Beauty and the Beast just going into total raging Hulk mode. Hey man, he can be scary. You play Kingdom Hearts? He's
Yeah,
pretty
man.
fierce in that.
You
he,
just watched the movie.
He goes berserk.
Be those wolves.
Oh, oh no,
He just goes absolutely berserk.
he's gonna
Um,
unleash on you.
Topsy and Turvy bolt. They bolt directly
Into the
northward.
Okay.
Like off the map.
Jesus.
They're double moving GTFO gone. Darendil starts making slashing attacks at everyone around him, and Eldith.
Yeah, well, come on. Interesting.
Eldith starts sobbing, weeping in place.
No.
You've been there.
She is clearly seeing something, but what she's seeing, you don't know.
So it's not like when he was sobbing that one time.
His made him like paralyzed. It's not that same effect.
This is okay.
Wow.
She's upset about something.
She's just upset, and that's all you know for the moment. And yes, to your question.
Is this going to help you in combat?
I need you each to roll a 1d10. Roll a d10 for me.
Those of us
me
who
and
have
Anson?
been saved.
The people who just failed.
D10.
Oh, D10, my bad.
Me got 7.
A 7.
10.
That's not good.
You have to look up
I
more
think,
stuff.
I think we wanted the low guys.
Yeah, that was the amount of more madness counters you
0.
get. Yes,
Oh, yeah, it does say 0.
Good try.
Oh, he just
I've been rolling low all night, and the one time I roll high is apparently not a good one.
just
yeah.
roll more consistently.
Hi.
Okay. The Kuatoa all around you freeze up. They are, for all intents and purposes, incapacitated. They're entranced by this creature that just rose up from the middle of the dark lake, and they all just stare. Next in the order we get to Ander. What do you do?
So let me get things straight. So all the Kuatoa are frozen.
They are all just standing there.
Okay.
So normally green 5 through 8 would have gone. They just stopped
Okay.
when this took place.
But Darendil is like kind of thrashing about.
Darendil is fucking losing his mind. You've seen him get towards the more feral Quagoth tendencies that he's had up to this point, but this is something else.
Do I have to like actively dodge him?
You don't know. He hasn't attacked you yet.
Okay.
But he's
So I'm not currently actively dodging him though.
right. He hasn't made any attacks yet, but he's freaking out, going berserk.
Very curious about your next move here.
I'm trying to think it through.
I don't know if a D10 should influence our roll or not. I don't know what it means yet.
I sent you a message about what it means.
Did you?
Oh.
Yes, I did. Both of you.
Did you?
Woo-wee!
Ander died.
Oh, sweet.
All right.
Oh, 10.
I almost feel like I'm missing out.
I have. Okay.
Kinda.
I'm trying to actually think of what I do here.
It's happening, but it's probably hard.
Right. No, I completely understand why you're confused. Not literally.
Do you walk into the water?
So I just
I'm so confused.
look around. And I see everyone enraptured with the water, and I realize my what I'm supposed to do here. So I take my movement. 5,
no.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
I step up on the boat with everyone, and I take out my lute, and I start playing for everyone, and telling the tales of the great Ander Stormwind.
It's definitely not.
Given what has just occurred to you, I'd like you to make another history check.
12.
12. Nope.
Where's that 10? The next one.
What is the D10?
I'm so yeah. This is amazing.
It's pretty nuts, is what it is.
It's okay.
After that is Zatuo. You're up.
Right here?
Would I?
Right here. Where?
You see him standing in the middle of that dock.
Is
Amidst, there's bodies all around him of your old, for lack of a better term, classmates.
is that thing still making noise?
I mean, it's not being quiet. It hasn't done another one of its screeching howls in a brief moment.
I think I'm okay with that then.
Okay.
So wait. He is standing there. You said bloodied. Do you mean as in he's bloodied or
What? Who?
His vision.
my vision?
He is covered in blood.
Oh, covered in
He does
blood.
not necessarily
I
look
thought-
injured.
And grinning, he said.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hear that word.
grinning a murderous smile.
All right, I charge him.
Okay. You have enough movement to do all that?
I moved base 40.
Base 40, okay. But like you have to go like around people though, right?
That's fine.
He was here.
Yeah.
5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Do you double move?
I have to.
Yeah.
Oh, are you able to charge at the end of a double move? Is that what that does?
Yeah, I'm allowed to make an attack at the end of my charge.
At the end of a
Double move.
Yeah.
at the end of a dash.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. You charge at the figure But when you get there, your attack just goes straight through, and he disappears. You immediately hear him behind you, laughing, just cackling, again amongst a field of corpses. And you see him appear basically between you and the shrine to the Sea Mother, just standing in that space, that alleyway, amongst many other Kuatoa just standing on, looking on in awe at the creature that just rose up from the dark lake.
So wait, where is he standing in the middle of?
No, over here.
So he escaped?
He pooped.
He
Closer up this way. I threw it too far. Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
He's up there.
Alright, well, I guess what I'm doing next turn.
Okay. Wickham. You. Just go ahead.
Okay. Now Ando, what the hell you doing?
so you've heard of me.
Yeah, you might want to get. There's a guy. There's a thing coming behind you. You might want to run.
What thing are you talking about, kind patron?
Patron? I ain't no patron.
Of this entertainment hall.
While this is happening, I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy? Okay.
3 whistles.
Okay. You hear it ring out loudly above everything else that's happening right now.
Can I roll insight on him to figure out what the hell he's thinking?
Sure.
Does he is this an act, or does he honestly believe I'm a patron right now? Fuck. 10.
I mean, he looked at you the way an entertainer looks at an audience member, and spoke to you the same way.
All right. Now, listen here, Ander. All the gold on me if you just follow me out of the city.
All the gold? No, sir. I'm here to entertain the masses and woo people's hearts and inspire them.
Wow, look at all these people over here waiting to be inspired.
I look at him a little bit confused, and I guess I do see a bigger statue over there.
Okay, you doing anything else with your turn? Just the thaumaturgy?
Standard action, I moved, and I think I used more than enough of my free actions talking.
Okay. Next up is Nero.
Who's still gonna kill this thing?
Who is going to make his attack with advantage to try and kill the monitor that's in front of him.
Oh.
Natural 20 kills the ever-living shit out of this monitor.
The guy
Had
just
3
stops,
health
looks
left.
away, and Nero's like, kill it.
Exactly. I mean, he hits him for. I didn't even have to. The natural 20 was without advantage. It's
Right.
just
Beautiful.
19 damage to this
most-
dude who had 3 health.
The most natural of 20s.
And now Nero kind of like looks up to the right. He's like, "Oh, there's a thing in the water."
Right, he says that. And he's going to call out, "We have to move!" Sorry, that's a little more Australian than British, but I tried.
I think it was perfect.
I'll give you an inspiration on your next.
Thanks, man.
On your next.
Next up, in the order of people who aren't just standing there in awe, is Tyr.
Okay, I am gonna run over to Eldith and I'm gonna try to attack the thing standing next to her. I think I can get there. Let's see. 5, 15, 20. I can't. Yeah.
Is this Jim Jargo or Pupito?
That's Bupido.
That's Pupito.
So
Also worth noting. Sorry. So obviously he appeared out of the water, but heading towards the shore.
yeah.
He's not just I'm here. It was
Hi, guys!
the slow wading out of deeper
Is he
waters.
still
So
He's still far away. He hasn't moved. He hasn't had a turn in a bit, but
But
he's heading in this
we can
direction.
hear the approaching sound.
Okay.
You can see him. He's got
Oh, that's right, that's right.
the faint glow,
Yellowish glow.
the faint yellowish glow that you've seen a few times in the Underdark.
I don't think we should leave from this town by a boat. As an aside.
Why would we leave?
You can't hear me. I'm gonna cast.
Wait. Do I
Sacred-
still have their voices in my head? Right? From spores?
You could still hear them from the
That's
spores.
terrifying.
That is a bit terrifying.
I will cast Sacred Flame on the monitor next to Eldith.
Drop the monitor that's next to Nero, because he's now dead. Clip's
Do I
dead.
get it? It doesn't matter if I get advantage on this, right?
Sacred Flame, no, is a save by the person you're Sacred Flaming. You're hitting the one that Eldith.
The
Yeah.
one next to Eldith. Yeah.
Okay. A natural 2, that's going to do your damage.
Yes, it is. Thank goodness.
Dope.
All right, 1d8. 6.
6 damage. That
Do you knock
is-
him out of the trance?
Oh, that would suck. That's not what I wanted to do.
No, he takes 6 damage. The spell is effective.
Okay.
Seems a little less enthralled than he was a moment ago.
Okay, I'm gonna be like,
Uh,
I'm gonna like shake Eldith's shoulder and like see if I can snap her out of this at all. Like you have to get up, Eldith. Like let's go. Is she Is she?
I mean, she's still alert, but she's like the Kuotoa monitor in front of her does not currently have her undivided attention at the moment.
Right.
She's almost looking past it.
Okay.
How is Shushar?
Shushar's good.
Okay. He's not entranced by the giant sea demon.
I mean, no more than Stool. Like everybody's kind of looking at it, but it hasn't been.
So
Well,
we're gonna move this over here.
because he's a creator.
Move that in that direction. All right.
Okay.
That's all.
Next up are all your NPCs. Pupito is not going to miss an opportunity to murder the people standing in front of him. Rolls a 4 on his attack, though, so that's going to miss. Jim Jar.
Okay.
Jim Jar's going to what?
Sorry. Quick question. Did you say we saw people getting pulled into the water earlier too?
Yeah, there are other
Things?
common folk Kuotoa who are, again, they're not equipped for battle at the moment. They were here to witness the ceremony.
Okay.
And there's some
Well, they did it.
right. There are several of them were standing in the shallows, and a few of them were pulled under prior to
Got it.
the rise of the demon
Eldrazi.
out in the water. The rise of the
Oh,
Eldrazi.
we're really fucked.
There you go. Yeah, you
I don't know.
No.
Thing from another dimension, tentacle hands.
Sounds about right.
Immortal, probably.
Yep.
For
Um,
our purposes. Yeah.
Okay.
Eldith is going to make some attacks at the monitor in front of her still. A natural 16 is going to hit, and a natural 12 is also going to hit this guy. And she
I
deals
assumed I'll be running.
12.
I mean, it's not.
And
I mean, yeah, but this one's
What'd you roll?
a little more alerted now that it's been hurt. It's more cognizant of you guys still being there.
Like Pupito.
So that is 12 damage to that one. Not bad, Eldith, not bad. Stool is, wow, he's real surrounded, but is going to double move, given how enthralled everyone is. Him and Shushar are both going to head south towards Nero and Hemoth. And actually, though, as they go,
What's going on?
Darendil is going to flail wildly at everyone around him. It's going to miss number 1. We're going to hit number 2.
Wow.
Going to miss Shushar.
Oh, he's going close to
No, he has disadvantage because Stool
Stocking.
is what was dodging the last time around, and gets a 9 because the lower roll was a 3. So he misses Shushar, misses Stool, misses red number 1, hits red number 2, and deals deals
Nice job.
7 damage, and Red 2 drops dead. And Darendil just lets out just this Hulk smash type roar. And that's all he's got going on. Jim Jar is not going to pass up this opportunity to hightail it out of here.
There we go. Go get our hands straight.
Whee! Probably.
You can go straight across the grates. It's
Oh, he's going this way?
yeah, I mean going towards Nero probably.
Okay. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's back to stool.
Sad. Did Stewart or
Shishar and Stool both moved away towards you.
Yeah, after Darendil swings wildly, they're going to start getting out of there.
This coast goes straight along here, though, right?
Yeah, it continues up. In both directions, it continues.
we go this way? This way.
Oh
It came
man,
from
I
the top.
totally forgot to get this picture up here.
Oh, good.
Ah,
Oh man.
there we go. That is intimidating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I see the glow you're talking
That's
about.
why we can see.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I get it. Do they hit this way or this way?
What?
Do these guys hit this way or this way?
Down towards Nero to begin with.
Well, Nero's over here. Are they going towards Nero?
Yeah, for now, yes.
They stay there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it Dark Daddy time?
It is its turn. So it's going to move 50 feet closer to shore on its turn.
So it's 150 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, approximately,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
So yeah, it's still just out there. But it's going to...
Oh god.
Sorry.
No, it's just a tentacle.
Its tentacles aren't that long.
It's gonna yell. It's probably gonna yell again though.
It's gonna. You're saying some sick beats.
Come in.
You want me to shut the lights off? Would you like to?
Put any lights.
Would you like-
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
good. Thank you.
Leave these on.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Just turn these lights off.
All right. Sorry, I gotta look up range
On a 7th level spell.
on
Wait.
something.
Is he gonna? Oh no. What? It's 150 feet and he's gonna do something? That's like far.
I can get my furthest was 120.
What?
Yeah, dude, get good.
Okay, why do my spells? Well, okay, guiding bolt's 120.
Yeah.
Actually, so it's not going to do anything this round, but it is going to double move this round. It is now 100 feet. from
100
the
feet
shore.
from like the line.
From the line.
Okay.
It begins
Might be
charging
on.
solar beam.
And it's just moving straight towards the
This
town,
is
towards the
75.
carnage.
Okay. So it's still.
A little past
25.
that
Past
still.
that.
It's like right here. We do know it's a demon, right?
Yeah. You know it's a demon.
Okay.
If nothing else, we know it's terrifying.
Right.
Might shoot.
I mean, okay, and so even with your
Yeah. No.
history
and
roll not
I
being
was.
good enough,
I was.
you're still aware of how dangerous this demon
Right.
is.
I was going to take the one round to do this, and then it was going
Gotcha.
on my next round.
Sure,
it'll-
sure. Yeah, so it's gone. Hemoth is like, he calls out in Dwarvish, I am getting a boat and getting the fuck out of here.
A boat?
You saw that's on the water.
So the, the small squares with the other squiggly lines that are like in the water and on the docks are basically small, like shitty rafts.
Seems-
But there are boats more similar to the keel boat that's currently overturned by the altar at other docks that are not
Oh shit!
in the
I would
current.
have gone in the city then.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that earlier.
I figured we were hoofing it.
Um,
That's okay. I put some distance there.
well, wait. Did you moved this way?
Yeah,
You
I can move this way.
yes, you can. Yeah. I'll
You
just
can have
do
gone
that
the
'cause
other
that's-
direction.
I should have. I did because I didn't even mention the rafts till now, amongst other things.
These were all allied squares before.
Cool. next up is Ander. But yeah, as all the Kuatoa stand there mesmerized, they all start chanting and cheering again. Limo Gugun, Limo Gugun, Limo Gugun. Just over and over and over again.
Crazy.
So, I've done many performances in my time, even my short time, and I've come to realize that this crowd is not actually paying attention to me
For some reason.
as I perform for them. And as that hits me, I turn and look and see this like nightmare in the water, realize that it's coming towards us, and think, maybe I don't want to be here. So I, hearing the dwarf.
Do you speak Dwarvish?
Hearing the dwarf saying something, I'm like, sure. And so I'm going to book it over here.
You know what? This person's not paralyzed in fear and or admiration. I'll go there.
That's amazing.
Okay. Do anything else? Anything with your bonus action or actual action this turn?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Can I inspire myself?
I think you can. Yeah, but you don't have to do it ahead of time like you do for other people.
Oh, really?
There's a level where you can. I don't know if you can do it yet.
You just hype yourself up in the moment.
It
Basically,
says I can inspire others through stirring words or music.
there is a thing you get later. I'm not sure if it's specific to lore bard or just regular bard,
Okay.
but eventually you can. You just
But no-
probably can't yet.
Maybe not right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're not inspirational enough that you inspire yourself yet.
that's fair. Have you met me though?
Actually, I show a mirror.
There you go.
You're the best.
I know.
Okay.
Shut up. I know.
Zatuo.
Shut up, baby. I know it.
I'll kneel down to my fallen comrades. I try to pick them up.
Your hands go through and the image of them disappears.
I look over where I think I see him.
He's still there, grinning and laughing.
Then I look to the ocean. I see that though, right?
Oh, you see it. You're well
That's
aware
probably a
of it.
hallucination too. That might not be real.
I mean, what are the odds? Like, there's no way.
I kind of absorb my surrounding
Sure.
now at this moment.
I think it's gonna pop out of a 3D printer.
I hear Limo. I see some of my other members I know move this way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can do that.
whatever this is, it's madness. And he's not here. He wouldn't be here. But I'll at least I'll get back up and I'll start moving. I'll run. I'll at least run halfway, at least towards Aldous and them. Because I'm pretty sure I can't make it from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Okay.
16. I moved there.
Okay.
And I'll try to get a closer look and try to shake it on Tier and Elder. What's going on? Why is he here? Why is that there?
Who?
And
Eldith
that's-
doesn't respond to your inquiry.
Yeah, I just not grab Tier.
What? What?
I point my sword that way. and
There's
ask
nothing. Look behind you. That's what's real.
her. Everything's real to me. And then that's it for my turn.
Okay. Wickham, you're up.
Well, I was gonna cast minor illusion, like a huge crowd just chanting Ander down this way. That doesn't seem necessary anymore.
No. He's
He's
figured
somewhere
out he
around-
should probably hightail it out of here.
Does Shurshar look like, or does Shurshar? Does
That
Bopi-
guy.
Not Bopido either. What's the fuck's?
Durandal.
I can't remember his
Darindel.
name for me. Does Darindel looks like he's calming down at all? Or he still
No.
look like he's going crazy?
He's still in berserker mode.
How fast? Can I? When he runs, do I think I could keep up with him? Does he run about the same speed as I do?
Oh no.
When he runs, can you keep up with him? He moves about normal speed.
Okay. I don't know what to do to get him to follow us. If I call out his name, does he respond?
No.
Fucking Christ. Okay, I'll yell out and say, "Everyone, we're leaving. Get our asses out of here. There's a boat. Let's hightail it." And I'm gonna keep moving this way.
The spores are 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, there's still sort of like two groups of you that can hear each other right now, but you can't get it across groups at the moment.
I can't pull Darendelle through enemies, right?
Give it a shot.
How much does it pull him?
10 feet.
I mean, you still have to like make an attack roll against it.
Sure. All right, I'll try that. Snap him out of it, maybe, or make him chase me. Nope. Maybe it's for the best. Only a 9 to hit.
Only a 9? No, 9's not going to do it.
5, 6. That's it.
Okay. Now it's Nero's turn. Nero is going
Keep
to.
doing that.
So Nero's going
Minus.
Just
to
keep pulling him.
Blah, blah, blah.
lay on hands himself
Oh, yeah.
for 10
Good call.
to get some health back because he took a beating in that little showdown there. Oh wait, that's not what I should do. I need to actually use the lay on hands pool. Confirm. Oh yeah, no, I do have to add the hit points manually too. Okay. So he heals 10 points for himself. And he is going to pick up stool and start booking it, following you.
Excellent.
So yeah, he's going to go around that little hovel and basically get as close to you as he can with 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up is Tyr.
Okay. Can I run past here? Like, can I run past him without having to take a disengage? I'm right here right now.
He's not fighting.
Right. But can I go past him here?
Didn't he attack Eldith? Did you
No,
not?
Eldith
no,
We,
he
attacked-
didn't.
we,
You're
we
right.
attacked him.
So you're not sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to.
You
do
can't be certain, at least.
I mean, either way, I think that's what I need to do.
Would you rather go this way?
Do I have enough to? I need to. Yeah, actually, it's a better call. So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, right there, and I am gonna cast Hold Person on Darendelle.
Okay. What is your DC on that spell?
13, I think. I feel like that's
What kind of save is it for that spell?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. We get a 9.
Okay. He
9.
is
9.
9. Let's see. Humanoid paralyzed.
Yep.
Yeah. So
he
he's
is
paralyzed.
paralyzed.
Okay.
So-
yeah.
In his frenzy, all of a sudden, you see Darendil just freeze up in place. And he's just standing there, snarling with rage,
I'm sure that's fine.
but unable to move. Next up are the NPCs, which I believe he gets an additional save to break it
Yes,
now.
he does. Extra save at the end of each turn.
Rolls a 10 plus 1 is 11, which I'm confident is not enough.
Correct.
Still held.
1 minute otherwise, though. So probably the rest of this, but
Eldith, still tears running down her face. She's going to. Let's see. So it's just Tyr. Where's Jim Jar? Oh no, Jim Jar is booking it through the crowd. No, that's Pupito.
oh yeah.
Bupito is going to double move over towards Hemoth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can get right next to him.
Tears in her eyes, Eldith is also going to start running.
Towards me or like past this thing right here?
Towards everybody else.
Okay.
Well, you can't. She can't go through that.
Right.
That's like a
Can she go there?
no.
No? Okay.
That'd be like passing through solid stuff or an enemy square, which
Oh,
you just
this
can't
is
do.
okay.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
true.
Yeah, it's like the altar.
it.
It's tall and it's stone.
So she's got
I think she can go
alternate
there.
route.
She'll double move then.
Okay. I'm gonna move for. Oh, that's a really good point.
Oh shit!
Two-
I forgot about Palestine
and
Turkey.
Galabagul.
I keep whistling around for Galabagul.
So, 60 feet away from this front door, towards you guys.
So I whistle at every turn. So is it fair to start coming this way?
Well, you haven't yet. So currently he's going towards
The middle.
all the ruckus.
He
in the
did on
middle.
his last.
You didn't whistle again, did
I
you?
did.
Yeah.
I just was. You were talking. I didn't want to talk over you.
Oh, sorry.
But I didn't. He saw me do it.
Yeah.
Either way, I think he's basically behind that house at
Here?
the moment.
That's 6. Is it 60 feet?
60 feet total is what he moved in 2 rounds. You just couldn't really see him prior to this
I
point.
believe that's 60.
Yeah, that works. Okay.
Yeah, that we're gonna leave. I think we're gonna end up leaving them
Then
unless something happens real quick.
I mean,
top of the order,
back.
your friend and mine moves 50 feet closer to the shore.
Okay, so he was what? 100.
He was 100, so he's about 50 feet away from the shoreline at this point.
3, 4, 5, 6.
So he should be actually on the map at this point.
Bottom.
And you see his already glowing red eyes
Down to the crazy ones.
illuminate even more fiercely for a moment.
Yeah. Cool.
And the entire dock in front of the one that has the raft on it over there, one more over, that one, is lifted up out of the water and is thrown basically at everyone and these 3 houses right here. Towards Labagul, Eldeth, all the Kuatoa.
Jeez.
Maximum damage.
Now watch out there, you hear?
How much damage does a dock deal?
I believe it's a D10.
What's the AC of a dog?
Working on that.
So there's 9 times 2, there's 27 squares, so 27 times
Plus whatever that
D6.
little raft is.
But it's not. Each square is not hitting everyone.
Okay, divide by 2.
So, for the sake of simplicity here, it's going to be Jimjar, Darendil, Eldith,
Yikes. Green 3, 4, and 1.
all of the green ones right there. There's like 6 of them.
Oh.
I mean, that dock's like 40 feet long.
Oh yeah.
And it's sort of going to like get picked up and thrown almost sideways. So it's imagine sort of a cone from where the dock is. So it's going to hit all those green ones. Darendil, Eldith. Globagul's enough behind the house. He's probably okay.
Does it hit me?
No, you're about outside of the radius.
Okay.
And so I'm going to do a dex saving throw on this.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Eldith gets a 1. Darendil automatically fails. Jimjar.
yeah, we
Jimjar
paralyzed.
passes.
Paralyzed.
Right. Yeah, it's almost
I
like he
saw it
can't
coming.
move. Ah, man.
I was like, oh, I have a feeling he's not going to be able to dodge this.
I guess Sarah's gonna have to sleep on this one.
And then none of the rest of the Kuatoa are moving at this
Yikes.
point. I didn't roll a ton of damage.
None of us knew.
So it's going to be 18 damage. All 8 of the Kuatoa that are right there die from the this. It's just a solid. I mean, it's like not the greatest dock in the world, but just a ton of wood planks just strikes all of them, and they get smashed into the houses. Darendil is hit and takes a bunch of damage as well, and he's looking pretty bad. Eldith takes plenty of damage and isn't looking spectacular. And the Demogorgon again unleashes a howling cry.
Oh god.
And next up is Hemet.
Wait, we do. Okay, we're good.
He's going to move down the shoreline. There's about... Sorry, I gotta...
This is 30.
So, you guys are over here, like around these houses. And the next keelboat is over here, basically where the circle thing would be on this map.
Okay.
And the squares on this map are 10 feet.
So,
Globical size.
10.
Yeah, globical cubes.
So a full 60 feet past where.
Yeah,
Hemet
yeah,
is
you're
right now.
you're well off the map before you even get to this boat. And keep in mind, one keelboat is not enough for your entire group.
Of course not. That would be.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there another one somewhere else, or is that the only one on the docks?
there's more further down, and there's also some where the other two docks on the far side.
Just have to
this
They were sort of moved out of the way for the ritual, and then one of them was obviously overturned
Makes
in
sense.
the right in front of everything.
Okay.
But yeah, there's about seven or eight total of these like larger keelboats
Okay.
in the city that you
So,
can see as you.
so are the
Turn into
two on
Star
the other
Wars
side of the dock
episode 8
also
scenario
like
where
that large
like-
size?
Sort of like they're.
Yeah, so there's
Okay.
the little like 10 by 10 rafts, which are literally just rafts, and then the boats are about as big as that outline on the map.
Okay.
So they can fit. Yeah.
So,
we could all fit in.
20.
It's like a real big rowboat, basically,
20.
like a real big rowboat.
Especially since these two
We
guys.
need two,
are
definitely.
over
You
here somewhere.
I think you should be able to fit everyone with about 2 boats.
Yep,
Okay.
that'd be 16 spots.
Each boat can comfortably hold 6 medium creatures.
Okay, so 12. We only need 3 boats.
Man.
Oh, no, wait.
For
We
two
had.
effort.
Never mind. We got some small people in our group.
6 medium creatures and 1 scoop.
Okay.
All
Yikes.
right, then we're coming back around to Ander.
Yeah, I followed that dwarf.
Okay. Yeah, you're just full on board with following this Duergar wherever he goes.
Yeah, man.
He's
He's in a boat.
Yeah.
I'll be in that boat.
run right
Sure.
behind him. Doing anything else with your turn?
Nah.
Okay, full flee mode. Zatuo, you are next. You still see the smiling, cackling former master.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And obviously, you guys don't all know this, but I need to show it on the map, so it's not like I'm going to be like
Yeah.
typing this ever around like, oh, he's here. We'll just put a dice there so nobody else knows what it is. Just yeah.
There's a magic pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
The bathroom was being cleaned when I tried the last time.
Oh.
You know, we're here at like 10
So
at
it's-
night and I still can't use the bathroom.
Right. That's really funny.
TC men's room.
Is that a thing yet?
In his next round, if he just moves the 50 feet,
Yeah.
he can get to the shoreline.
Yeah, this could be bad. I got it now. I'll move up 20 again and give him the strike.
Roll an attack.
Do not miss this.
21.
21. It looks like your attack should connect, but it just goes clean through the form, and it again disappears and appears behind you on the middle dock. Again, just smiling and grinning ear to ear, bloody with the blood of your friends and classmates,
That
grinning at you.
wasn't real.
Wickham.
I have 20 more movement.
Okay.
1, 2. Oh man, is this the spot I can occupy? No.
You can't get around the house that way.
Yeah. I'll move this way. I just move behind him. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
We need to get going.
I agree. I think I saw someone headed that way. Point.
Yeah.
Also, I'll need your help. I paralyzed
At this
someone who
point,
seemed to be attacking right
after that dock has been flung and almost a dozen Kuatoa have been killed just by that. Some of the commoner Kuatoa, the passerby, the ones who were previously in the shores, some were standing on some of these docks, and just sort of around the whole ceremony in general. A few of them do start to flee, and others just remain paralyzed in place, just eyes locked on the creature.
Suckers.
I mean, if this way, hopefully someone will get him. If it's not me.
Okay. After Zatuo is Wickham again.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy on myself again. This time making my voice 3 times as loud. And call out over this way over the city. Hope to God he can hear me. Topsy, Turvy, if you can hear me, if you ever want to see home again, I need you to come to the sound of my voice. We're leaving on a boat.
now. They're secretly worshippers of the
Would a
demon.
persuasion roll help?
I'm not wholly convinced
Yeah,
that this
go ahead and
is
make a
the
persuasion
father.
roll.
I think it's random demon.
26, that's 20.
This is
Common.
That's impressive.
I hope so.
I think
They're
it is.
coming at the son of his wrath.
Please stay away from the water, though.
Stay
Just
away from
Stay
the
away
water.
from the water. Just get in this boat.
What
Totally.
are you going to do here?
Nero is up
I'm pretty
next,
sure Andrew
and
actually
Nero is
shouts
going
that to
to
you.
double move, holding
Sorry.
stool towards Hemeth and Ander at this point. He's in full flee mode with stool on his back, on his shoulders.
Okay, we
Or
might,
however you
we
move stool.
might die next turn.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he goes off the map. I continue to move as well. Oh, I stay a little bit further from the water.
Sure.
I just want to like draw the voice. If I'm using my voice to locate,
Okay, I'm
I also
thinking
whistle.
to you.
Are the only ones
When's his
nearby?
turn? I don't know.
He's on his own. He's not with the other NPCs since he didn't join sort of at the same time. All right, so Wickham's up. Nero's done. Tyr.
Okay.
I might die. You had a chance.
Or just run into the city and back around or something.
Okay, I feel like I can't leave Darendel behind though. Like I definitely can't paralyze him and then have him be dead.
You can just at any time you can drop concentration on that spell.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's literally a concentration spell.
Yeah.
So you can't concentrate on 2 spells at once. So if you were to cast another one, you would lose concentration. But you can also just, as a free action, voluntarily lose concentration on something. You just decide you're going to stop focusing on it, and the spell can release.
Basically,
Can you pick him up?
Yeah.
Can I?
No.
Oh, not a chance in hell you can pick up Darendil.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Darendil is very big,
Send your
like
spiritual
bigger
ally
than
this
Grog.
thing.
Yeah, just,
Bigger than Grog.
I am
While
moving
still
my
being a
spiritual
medium
weapon
creature, basically.
towards the water. Why not?
Okay. I dig
Um,
it. I like where your head's at.
I am going to double move and then break concentration once I'm past Darendel.
Okay. That's fair.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. Okay.
Darendil.
That's a double move, and then I drop concentration, and I think to Darendel and Eldith, like, let's like keep moving this way, because they probably heard his thaumaturgy as well, right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, it was loud. It's like
Everybody,
a
okay.
loud, booming voice. You wouldn't have been able to hear it if the creature was actively screeching and howling, but...
I hope this guy doesn't just hear me like, oh,
We're going this way, guys. Okay, here I
You just
come.
start speaking perfect common.
Yeah.
No accent or anything.
NPCs are up
Whoa.
next. Eldith is going to keep moving.
Over the difficult terrain.
5, 10. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
What else we got at this point? That's not too low. Darendil is going to turn around and attack Jim Jar.
Oh, come on.
He's completely lost to the feral side at this point.
That
It's a 15, which is going to hit,
he's about to execute.
and a natural 1. That is 7 damage. And it's, in fairness, it's the first time Jim Jar's been hit in this fight.
Mm-hmm. No, this creature in the water. Can we just like let him know that there's like fairy fire in these guys, and maybe easy to hit?
Oh, they're really easy to see.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
true. They
they're
are
lit up.
outlined.
Yep. I mean, as the terrain around them too even glows.
Now,
The
here's
whole
a question:
square.
why aren't we fighting this guy?
Why don't we?
I will cast Guiding Bolt. Don't test me. I will do it. I believe you.
Any other NPCs? Jim Jar
You
is
just, like,
going
roll
to.
max everything on it.
If he
He's
kills
like-
one of our guys, I'm probably going to. That feels like.
What do you guys
a
think
job.
Jim Jar
I'm
does?
not gonna stop you.
I feel like he has to disengage and run, right?
I
Yeah.
literally can't stop.
Because it, like, you said Darendel is like 100%.
He's
like,
just going nuts.
okay.
He seems to have been entirely
Disengage.
ignorant
Yeah.
to anything that's been said to him.
Disengage and run.
Yeah, I think he has to.
Okay, sure. Then he's going to use his action to disengage. And actually, let me double check. Which he can do as a bonus action.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
So he
Nice.
can still do his full double move.
Cool.
Well played. Well played.
Basic spy. Good stuff. Okay. I think that covers the
Oh, that would make
NPCs.
sense. Sorry, he lied to us.
It's just it's the stat block that they gave him. It has nothing to do with the actual backstory aside from like race and stuff.
Right.
Um,
Well, he's the one
Sure.
that said he has like really good perception.
Yeah.
Bupido is he's gonna keep moving as well. He's going with you guys. And then Glabagul is going to move another 30 feet.
Suck up some corpses with him?
Nope. He's
Okay.
going to go towards Darendil.
Well, so he still inevitably suck up some corpses.
He just.
No, he doesn't.
He
That's
just
not
uses
difficult
it.
terrain for him. He still just gets 30 feet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh no, you like go over go.
Okay.
And Darren at the same time.
So, the creature again moves towards the shoreline.
Oh.
As he arrives, he walks basically through that dock, which just is destroyed as he moves into it,
There goes my
and it
big
crumbles under him. Those Kuatoa fall into
Something
the
tells me
water
it doesn't go.
and begin to be devoured by whatever's in the water.
Oh, it's
You
stuff
just
in the
see
water.
foamy red water for those of you who can see in the dark.
Yay.
So you don't know.
Oh, I do
Blind
have
as a
the,
bat, tier.
It's still glowing.
I do have the hammer of fire still going. I don't know if that.
It sure lights your surroundings, but you're not going to
No,
be able to
I
see the
just-
color difference in the water, really.
Well, no, just in case like he would be drawn to. I don't know if that makes a difference. But
You don't know.
okay.
He could be.
It's
Um,
not so far.
but he's going to
Yeah, look at those tentacles, man.
just flail his tentacles.
Hashtag full of things.
Way to go, big guy. Natural one for the first one.
He's
He's a little disoriented.
This is my first
Uh,
attack.
But that's a 30 for the next one. So we got to roll some damage
Think
here.
about all that gold
This
balls.
attack is going on
How far?
on Ploop, who's on the front.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
He'll be fine.
that is
See, I'm not sure that I care to save him. Or
No, I don't.
No.
It's not worth it.
that is 31 damage from that hit.
Less
Um,
than the lightning stuff,
And
though.
Ploop
So much for this demon.
is killed.
Wow.
Well, he was taking a
Took
beating
some-
from his.
he took some
daughters.
And
And
then
he did. Rest he remembered not much at all, honestly.
He like someone
Okay,
said
Probably not.
so
actually.
we've reached the shore. Hemeth is up next, and he's gonna move again. Do we know about how? I forget exactly. Is he? Are you guys off the map at this point?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're like
he's
60
the
feet
farthest.
Okay,
Or he's
so
the- he's
so
the
this
farthest
round,
way.
Hemeth's movement is going to get him to the first of the keel boats, and he's going to start untying ropes.
Excellent.
Then Bloop is dead. Blop, seeing his father just smote in one attack, begins to flee. But before he can, the tail of the massive creature in the water lashes out.
Attack of opportunity.
Legendary action. That's also a 30 to hit.
30?
Yeah, when he sounds surprised.
That's gonna
That's like so high.
You just get hit by this thing.
I mean, I guess so. My goodness.
so that's 29, 39, 50 damage to
Wow.
Blop. Or to,
That guy.
wait, why did I scratch that out? I must have just not put
Dead
in whatever
person.
the new amount was.
He has
Oh,
a-
no, not Blop. Gloog. My bad.
Yeah, he's,
Blop's been dead.
Yeah.
Gloog is for sure dead.
Gloog is basically
Squash.
completely impaled by this tail that just lashes out and just poof, and it yanks out, and Gloog just falls dead on the spot.
He also had advantage.
Didn't need it, as it turns out. Okay, then we've got what? So the Kuato, the red Kuato over there.
Those three.
7 and 8 are going to start just fleeing in this direction,
Which way? This way?
just away from it.
Oh, I see. So happy with Lee Mogugu and a second later and have turn tail.
Don't forget this is still
Flakes.
here. I can reach him next time. I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know if this is hilarious or a really bad idea.
How much worse can it get?
He could be pointing that way.
I mean,
He's about to here soon.
right. He's gonna run out of things right here.
So it's going to take its next
Well,
legendary
there's
action.
still like other
after those guys go.
Kuatoa fleeing.
And it's going to
I actually think.
look directly at Tyr.
Oh
Whoa.
Are you? Do you meet its gaze?
no.
It's not moving.
Huh?
It's not moving.
No, I know. It's just, I'm
but
just
yeah.
turning it. Yeah. No, I don't mean it's gay. I think that at this point I'm still kind of just in a dead. I know that the like
Okay.
sessions are, but I'm still like
Gotcha.
running away.
All right. So that brings us back to Ander.
Yikes.
Yeah. So I hop in the boat with Hemet.
Okay.
Are you phased at all by this, or like just?
I mean,
I'm-
he's kind of phased,
I'm
but
so confused. But it's starting to come together. I see all these Kuto, and I remember, and I start talking because like these guys are well, Wickham's nearby, right? Because he's been running over. Like they're all kind of
you're all pretty bunched up
see,
over there.
I'm gonna say, guys, I remember hearing a legend calling the Kuatoa the what is it, the God Wakers?
The God Makers.
The God Makers, and I'm pretty sure those back there are Kuatoa, and legend seems true to me.
Language are you speaking?
Common.
Common.
Yeah.
Hemeth turns to you and gruffly says, "Boy, that ain't no god."
Looks close enough to me. Do you know what that is?
He keeps working on the ropes.
To Craig have it then. Or sorry, Grackelstube.
I'll
Where-
help
where-
him. I will help him with the ropes too.
Okay.
Is that a critical role place?
Yeah, it's where they first go.
Yeah, I need that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Can we go there?
Okay,
Is that an option?
Zatuo.
It's better than here.
You're up.
Where?
Craig Hammer.
Oh.
It's not even in this world. Well,
Well,
maybe.
there's a. I guess I'm gonna take
At the
a
start
hit.
of your turn, you see Dewey again on the longest dock.
Over here?
That's the spiritual weapon.
Oh.
Over here.
Or
Next one. That dock's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Neither of those two
Oh,
middle docks are there
hey.
anymore.
That's true.
No, so that one's fine. He's over on that dock again, staring at you and grinning.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I jump over here. I make a running jump across these bodies.
Sure. Darendil is going to
Oh.
make an attack of opportunity against you.
Damn, you motherfucker.
He rolls a natural 17.
He hits.
Disadvantage?
Why would he have disadvantage?
Hasn't he? Because he's like in a frenzy. Hasn't he been getting disadvantage this whole?
No.
Oh, okay.
If anything, he's been getting more attacks since he's gone nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, and so he's going to slash you as you go by for 7 damage.
Okay. And
I feel okay. Real quick, I definitely don't know that he looked at me. Right? If I'm like dead sprint, I wouldn't have. any
You
reason to
you
know.
don't know. You sort of
Okay.
get a strange feeling as you're running,
Okay.
but nothing
Yeah,
really
okay.
happens to you, and you don't know what is necessarily causing the feeling. You suspect it might be the creature, but you don't know that it's because it
Is
was
looking
looking
at me.
at you.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine then. Yeah.
How many heads are looking at him?
That's a great question.
Just one at the moment.
Okay.
That's
I'm
only
probably
half
fine.
the head.
My
Only
favorite
half
thing,
that.
my favorite thing that I can tell you guys about this stat block is that it has advantage on saving throws against being blinded or deafened because it has 2 heads. Just that's it. That's the reason. I'm like, I love this. I love this so
great.
much. It's so simple and makes complete sense.
I definitely can't hold person that, right?
That is solidly. You know, what, make a make an intelligence check for me.
Okay. Yeah. Not even
Certainly
in
try.
game. 17.
That is not a person.
That's what I was going to say, and
I
it still got me.
It's
It's,
good
it's
to
the
the
exact
last
joke
draw.
you hoped for, and it just satisfies you so much.
So no. Okay.
That
Yeah,
is
I
not
can-
a person.
I knew that.
So
Yeah,
close.
I knew that.
Did you order that thing, or did you like make it?
My friend Andrew, who DMs my campaign that I'm in, he 3D printed it for me.
That's so sweet.
And
And then I painted it. Yeah. Although yes, he did the eyes. She was better with the more finesse details. I'm more of like I was really good at making sure the whole thing was 100% covered in the black paint.
Yeah.
He just dipped it in a gallon of paint.
No, I didn't. I would have if that was an option though.
Like all the spikes are just
sorry.
on
Sorry.
guano.
Who's up now? Who just went last?
I just went.
Zatuo went last. Wickham, you're up again.
Great.
You're here. You probably can get to the boat now.
Yeah, I'm going to run over to the next boat. There's one nearby.
Sure.
And start trying to untie that one.
Yeah, so this one's a little further away, so with your double move, you can basically get to it this round.
All right, all right. I figure
There's still room in the boat.
hopefully
with
knowing
me
my way
and you.
around a barge helps me out a little bit here.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
You are going to be able to have this thing untied in a jiffy. Yeah, just
Hey,
shrink it
love
down.
it.
The water's lower than the land.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Full immersion.
Yep.
Nero is up
Immersion?
next, and Nero's
I hope
gonna-
not.
Submersion.
Nero?
Yeah, Nero's up next, and Nero with stool in tow is going to double move, and he's going to put stool in the boat that Hemoth is untying, and he's going to. So his sword's still been out. He's a pretty strong dude, and he's going to start hacking away at whatever ropes are left attached to this boat. And yes, before you get paranoid, each boat has a pair of oars in it.
Oh, I assumed.
Didn't think about that.
Just like burning hands.
I thought about it. I was like, man, I could just mess with them. And I'm like, That's really lame. We're stealing a boat. Okay, you guys push off from the dock.
All right,
and then you just hope for the best.
you got it untied. Everyone's in. You push off.
Yeah.
Now what do you guys do? Oh, we paddle. Oh,
Yep.
there's no
I open the
paddle.
bag of
Yeah, so it's like a rowboat. There are a couple like the wooden like notches on the side that the oars fit in, and you can row it that way. Okay, that was Wickham. That was Nero.
Just suck on the one.
The other remaining Kuatoa are just their chanting of Lima Gugun has turned to shrieks and cries and just mayhem in Slubladop.
And
the whole city at this point is acutely aware of the creature that has just reached the shore.
Isn't that noticeable?
And it's only 30 feet tall. It's
Yeah.
only
And
at least
glowing.
as tall as
Yeah.
the tallest building in town.
And just upheaving entire docks.
Right. Okay.
Casual.
Tier.
Yeah, I dead sprint still. Because again, I have not looked at it, so I wouldn't know to do anything else.
He's basically with me, as far as I was last
I'm
time.
right off the edge of the dock, right off the edge of the map at this point.
Okay.
What's your movement? 60 or
The
30?
NPCs.
Oh no, there goes our good old friend.
I think there goes
Darren
couple
Dill,
of our friends.
is going to.
Attack.
Uh,
I mean,
Can you see Glabagool?
you can see in the dark.
yeah, Globacle's moving, and he has dark vision.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So he's all jelliness. He's all.
But what do you
Gelatinous.
know to take acid damage?
Not in this.
Not in this state.
If he was, if he
But
was
yeah,
interested
so
in
no,
self-preservation,
Darren
he
Dill
would
is
still be
gonna
there.
Darren Dill is gonna go to Globagool and make a couple attacks, rolling a natural 1 and a 7, which is enough to hit Globagool,
Yeah. He has no
And-
AC, right?
and a 6.
Like a 10.
He has like he has a 6 AC.
Just big.
So he rolled a 6. So 2 hits
He
here.
has a ton of HP.
Globagool 9.
Darren Dill and bring him
There
along.
we go. If he doesn't,
Hey guys, I
melt
brought your
first.
friend. And he goes,
Oh, he's dead.
Darren Dill.
Glabagool, spit him out. Spit him out. Glabagool, drop it.
There's not much good you know anyway.
So
Oh, he's dead. Okay, I guess.
guess how much HP Globagool has?
69.
Low hanging fruit that
This
was.
is a fantastic.
Yep.
I chuckle for the exact same reasons that I'm giving.
Right. Okay. So the rest of the NPCs are mostly cleared out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jim Jar's over with you guys. Pepito.
All of them.
Where are these guys? Do we see them yet?
There, you don't see.
No. Okay. Yep.
They
Uh,
gone.
Yeah.
They in their own boat.
Okay, Jim Jar and Pepito both
Find
over
their
there
own
with you guys.
fungus.
Yeah. So the rest of them are basically gonna. They're going for the boats with you guys.
Do we still have
Um,
Is it still looking at me?
How do you know?
Well, I'm just. This is just
You can't be sure.
cool. Yeah.
Then Globagool is going to. He's going to move past Darendil. He's very confused as to why this guy who was traveling with me is like now hitting me, but I will leave anyways. So he's going to double move, and Darendil's going to get an attack of opportunity on him.
Oh wait, how much does he move?
30.
He moves only 30?
30 for a double move.
Oh god.
Globagool
1,
Wait, is it 60?
gets hit
3,
with another
4,
slash attack.
5, 6.
Like what, dogman?
What is going on?
Why are you doing this?
Okay, so that's Globagool's turn. Next up,
No.
your friend and mine.
I'm not sure I can.
He's going to move
That's a.
50 feet in the direction of
Can he float?
Tier.
I think so. 30?
50.
50.
50? Yeah.
1.
Oh,
and as he
you
goes,
think like
he-
good stuff or
No, as he goes, he's going to make one tentacle attack at the. That's a monitor, right there, I think. Yeah, that's one of the monitors.
Yeah.
He probably just goes along the shore.
And he absolutely hits,
Right there.
and that tentacle attack deals plenty of damage.
Oh my god, he hit me.
Yeah. He can also hit
So that's
Galabagoo.
1, 2.
Do you think that Galapagos could eat him?
That monitor
Oh, maybe
in the
not.
middle. No, so he's going
This one?
directly at. Wait.
So like, he was right.
So you went above that hovel though. You didn't go below it.
You think he's right here?
Yes.
Okay.
And he killed that monitor who's behind him.
Wait.
That
Let's
one.
make sure distance is right. So he's here, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he's actually much closer.
And another
Cool.
another attack is he's gonna swing at Darendil on the way past.
Yeah.
Rip.
And absolutely hits. And Darendil is very down.
Down but
He
not
drops.
dead. Down but not dead.
That'll teach you.
Gobagle's like, whoa! And he's okay. Now Hemeth's turn. He continues unhooking the ropes to the boat, and hops in and starts getting the oars ready. Trusting that Nero's going to be able to cut the one remaining rope on the back of the boat.
Yeah. That's,
I got this special one. Damn it.
Ander,
I got my sword in the water.
Ander, you are up.
Can I? I'll just. Can I try cutting? Can I try cutting that rope, the last rope that Nero's working on?
Oh, you did go for that first boat too.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you can like pull out a dagger and try and
Yeah.
get at it.
What do I do?
Make a melee attack.
Melee attack. Hey, 20, natural 20.
Oh, you did double
Natural 20.
damage.
Nice. Go ahead. Yeah.
Dude, you're about to get this rope.
Roll your damage.
What is it?
Again with the high rolls and the things that.
That
Hey,
are
if
super
he
necessary.
missed here, it's going to
Six.
cost Lenny some time on his turn.
9.
9 damage. Yeah, you cleave straight through the final rope on this boat.
Dope. I hop in and basically just prepare to like help row if need be.
Okay. So last turn, most of the NPCs got to the boats, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. So Stool's definitely in. Stool, Nero, Hemeth, and Ander are in one boat. Eldith's going for the second boat with Wickham.
You want to just throw us like? You can just put us on the edge.
Just
of the map.
sort of like just group the
Boats.
people who are getting into the same boats
Stool,
together.
Nero,
Yes.
Ander, and Hemeth. You said. I don't think I'm in a boat yet. There's no.
Right, yeah, you didn't make it to the
You
boats
gotta
yet.
run to the second
You're
boat.
up.
Pupito and Pupito and Jimjar haven't made it into a boat yet.
So Bupito and Jimjar are outside of the second boat.
Eldith is also outside of the second boat. Shushar
Bupito.
Shushar is going to hop in
Second
the
boat.
first boat with
Really?
Stool.
Moving Mopito?
Yeah, he's in the second. He will be in the second at least. Yeah.
And then Tyr's still going, Zatua's still going, Glabagul's still going.
Not for long. Probably.
Okay, who just went last? Ander went.
Mm-hmm.
The last that is a monitor. The last monitor is going to flee. He's gonna run.
What? You should charge.
Wisdom has gotten him through the shock of what he's seeing, and now he's just scared for his life.
He is gone.
Zatua, you're up.
Yeah, I'm afraid the thing can actually touch me from here. I'm gonna disengage with my bonus action using a key point, and I'm gonna make my full move towards the second boat.
Okay, so key point to disengage as a bonus action, and then you get to double move, so 80 feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
to the second boat. I don't know. I'm like real close. I don't know how far away to
second boat is, but
because you were just still on the map,
Well,
you
I
still
mean-
need to move one more time to get to the
Yeah.
boat and into it.
that's fine.
But you'll have no problem getting there the next round,
Well, there's still one spot in our boat, right? In the first boat,
right?
so we could.
So, I mean, maybe you could maybe jump for it. You do
Yeah.
have those boots,
I
which are
would jump
pretty
for
good.
it. I'll jump for it. If they have room,
Yeah, but
There's 5.
all right.
It's gonna.
I mean, you can make Lopical have to run farther. That's fine.
oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
Can he
But-
sit in a boat?
We don't know this.
Okay. Yep. Nope. Don't worry about it.
Who?
Galactical.
He gets a raft.
Papa.
Oh, Galapagos should get on this.
Papa. I don't know.
Anyway, that's
You guys
a
talking about
problem
that
for at
jelly
least
thing?
3 turns from now.
Huh?
Are you guys talking about that jelly thing?
Yeah.
Oh. He looks very large to fit in the boats that we currently have.
Well, that's why we will be putting them in the rafts.
Is there a raft over by where we are?
He's not gonna make it, guys.
There are a few more rafts.
Okay. So if he got over there, we could tell him to go on a raft.
Potentially.
Okay.
Does the giant sea monkey seem interested in the jelly cube?
That's pretty funny.
I think those are the official names for those now.
Sea monkey.
Sea monkeys.
I don't remember the
Or jelly cube. Like it's just the right combo.
combos.
Sorry, so that was Atua's turn. Wickham, you're up again. Oh my god, really?
Okay.
This stupid thing. Sorry,
Damn.
no, it's making me want to have to sign into the internet repeatedly, so I can't look at anything now.
Tia, you might want to hush the light. I think he's coming right at us. And I'm going to call out. Is there a raft nearby? Well, it's square rafts.
Yeah, there's one probably on the far side of the dock that the second boat.
So it's by the second boat?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I tell? Is it like in the same part of the water? Like it's not separated by a dock?
It's on the opposite side of the dock.
Look.
I mean, the boats are pretty decently big. It takes up most of the side of one of these
I'm
docks.
trying to figure out how to tie one to our boat. Ildith, I don't suppose you could easily tie that rope or tie a rope to that little raft over there for Globagool. I don't know if he's gonna make it, but we could try. If any of you could do that, I'm still trying to untie the ropes on our.
Yeah, I could try.
All right. And is there any fire nearby? Besides his fire.
Only his.
Great. Okay.
He is a shining beacon.
Yeah, I'm gonna thank you for the tip. By the way, I'm gonna.
I don't actually know if that's what's happening or not, but I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably either that or the fact that you're like holy.
Yeah, and I'm like the last person back, so there's a lot of like.
You're the last human.
I
back.
still don't know. Like, I still don't know anything. All I've heard is you tell me to turn that off, though. So I'm gonna have to figure out how.
Just for clarity, I'm 100 feet away from this guy. So
I'm like slightly less far.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh my god. I just want to look up
A
the
thing.
damage thingy.
no. Oh, if I get hit, I'm dead.
No, I think I'm.
Maybe for Globagool.
he.
Actually,
I think he actually
Probably
cares.
it
I
won't
don't
let
think
me
he
do
cares
it.
about Globagool, but he might just
I
get
think
hit.
Galapagos in the way.
Maybe Galabu burns his foot off on the way over. That's what he's trying to figure out.
his weakness is acid. baby.
Okay, sorry. That was Wickham's turn. Nero is in a boat that is it full yet? Is there 6
is
Boat
Nero's
people?
has
his
five.
boat,
This
yeah.
boat has 5 people. Well, 4 in stool.
One stool.
Okay, so he's basically just going to ready an action to shove the boat off as soon as the next person hops in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what Nero's going to do. Tyr, you're up.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of. So I just heard him say you might want to turn the light off, and I kind of look back, and now I can see that this thing is like following me.
You look back.
I mean, I guess I glance back. I feel like that's what I would do. I would
Please
definitely glance.
make a
Yeah. No, that.
Constitution. No, sorry, a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
You
You
look
just
back,
jumped here.
You're so excited.
And saved all of us.
11.
Yeah. That's absolutely what I would do. In that situation.
You are stunned.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Even if I just looked at its foot.
you are stunned until the start of its next turn, or until it is no longer within line of sight.
Can I still think to these guys?
The stun condition reads: you are incapacitated, can't move, and can't speak, and can speak only falteringly.
Okay.
And incapacitated just says you can't take actions or reactions.
Okay.
And you automatically fail strength and dex saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Okay. I just think to whoever can hear me, go at this point.
Okay.
How far were you away?
I was like 20 feet off the map. So like I'm right. Like
He needed a double move that round to get close to the boat, to like basically be able to even like try and like jump
Yeah.
in the very first boat.
Well, so I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
He's like 10 feet behind you.
100 feet.
Oh, that's feet
50
double
feet.
move.
That's
feet
50.
double move.
Yeah. He's right on top of me. I just think go.
Oh no,
Okay.
no, that's a single move. 50 is a single
Yeah.
move.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, Jordan.
That's okay.
I will ask before you did you douse the light?
No.
Okay.
Like, because again, yeah.
The NPCs are up at this point, including Globagul, just because the stuff between them is not really in the order anymore. There's no more NPCs to hop in that first boat. So really, the only people not in boats right now that are not currently down are Globagul, Zatuo, and Tyr. Correct?
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
And they're way.
Yeah. They're not on this
I know.
anymore.
They're nowhere to be seen nor heard.
But Zatuo's like, he's at least 60 feet ahead of me at this point, right? 60 to 80 feet.
I'm 100 feet away from this guy.
And I'm 50. So he's 50 feet ahead of me. Like almost at a boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is a gelatinous ooze to do in this situation? I think my answer is freeze. Globagul stops moving entirely and even makes a concerted effort to, for once in his life, stop the jiggling.
Ooh.
No!
Freeze.
I am still at 30 health though, so.
Oh, that much, huh?
Yeah. Oh my.
this guy goes before I do, right?
This guy goes now.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so I am unstunned, right?
So yes, you are unstunned now that it is the start of his turn.
Okay.
Um,
I can't take like a reaction to douse the light at this point, right? That wouldn't make sense.
You can't. Let me double check.
'Cause
It's possible that can be done as a free action, so I'll double check. Gotta look up my content, homebrew
It could be
creations.
you were holding a standard action to.
Yeah, I was
douse the
totally
light.
holding that.
And then you got.
I was gonna look back and like douse it as I like as soon as I saw that it was close, I was gonna douse it. But
As an action, the attuned user can light
Yep.
the warhammer with blue fire or
Mhm.
extinguish it.
That's a standard action?
Rip.
Rip.
That's not right because there's a command word for it.
right.
Yeah, I'll update this because I copied this from a different template. I
Okay.
missed the fact that it says as an action because that's not worth it.
Okay, so so I'll say I'll ignium.
Anti-Lumos.
Right. Yeah.
Anti-Lumos.
Antinium.
I guess
Your-
yeah.
Oh, you can't see
Your
the-
torch goes.
I know. See, yeah,
So
that's
a few
the problem.
questions before we get too much further in this round. How many uses of inspiration can I do in one shot?
Only one.
Okay.
Why?
I didn't know how many words I could cut in one go.
A few, but you don't know. Okay. It is his turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is just far and away the highest level anything that I've had control of.
Mm-hmm.
What?
A lot of
Wait,
options.
are you saying that Globagle was in the higher level?
I don't know.
Nope, unfortunately not.
He did have control of Eldith, so
Oh.
that's a.
Um,
Dang.
So who's Bad Salad? Is that
that's Lenny.
that's Lenny?
Yeah.
I will say.
That's a lot of chat.
Yeah, it's a lot of chat.
Is it mostly Lenny?
It's all Lenny.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to look at what he's saying about me.
You gonna die. Is what I'm saying about you.
Get him, Wickham.
Um,
No, Wickham. I don't know what this is.
So yeah, he. Well, wait. Let me. Oh, just a casual. What's that?
There we go. We got chat.
Oh, poor.
He's going to make a tentacle attack at Globagool.
Oh.
The creature's passive perception is more than enough to see through the DC 15 perception check it takes to see an immobile gelatinous cube. Natural 1.
Oh!
He thought he could see it a little better than he could. I'm just look at it because this. I don't want you to think I'm just keeping
That's a
this
natural
thing
one.
alive.
Next to the
He,
right
he
next to the
really
natural 20.
stopped jiggling.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. And a second one. A second attack. Rolls a 4. Absolutely hits.
So 14 then.
Does Globagle go unconscious or just die?
I feel like he's kind of like Deadpool. Like he'll just kind of disperse.
And then come back later.
Yeah.
He's just
Globagool takes this hit, and a huge chunk of him just splatters against the hovels that are right there. But he's alive.
In theory.
The Demogorgon will use the rest of his turn
Demogorgon.
Yeah.
He just calls his
to
shit out.
trample the hovel in front of it.
Okay.
Yeah, your characters don't know what it is yet, but you'll find out in enough time. And honestly, I'm literally shocked that none of you knew, he's the cover art. Yeah.
Hey.
And also, so everybody knows the word the Demogorgon, if not from D&D, then from Stranger Things. But it amused me that I had Stranger Things fans and longer time D&D Pathfinder players, but nobody knew Demogorgon and what it looked like and put 2 and 2 together.
I mean, the Demogorgon and Stranger Things did not look anything like this.
I know what a Gorgon looks like.
He's gonna.
Okay.
And this is just
So
like
he
less
just
than that,
moved
right?
He moves, and that the hovel there just
Floor.
crumbles to the ground, and he
Math
moves
dot
up.
floor.
Moves up to basically just in that direction is the last
It
place
actually
he saw
shifts
the
down
light.
just a little bit. Turns out that it was
Okay.
So he's
Okay.
how much movement has that been so far?
25. Or yeah,
He's
25.
right off the map if he takes a full move.
Well,
Okay.
he was here, right?
He's actually right
Yeah.
behind.
He's basically
two,
right behind
three,
here at this
four,
point.
Yeah,
Five.
literally.
He can attack and move 50 feet.
50 is a standard move.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, when
He's
he
literally-
double moved,
yeah.
he moved 100 feet in the
he's
water.
literally right here.
Yeah, it literally is 10 feet behind me because we figured out that I was like.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hemoth's up, and
Oh, he was probably freaking out.
Yeah.
I mean Hemoth's
Push,
ready to
push,
push
push.
off, and he's gonna try and start pulling on the dock, propelling the boat forward away from the dock.
Is this the one Nero's standing outside of though?
Nero was in the boat ready to push off.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that boat
Goes.
starts moving away from the dock. Ander, is your turn.
All All right. While we're still close to shore,
Am I close enough to think to any of these people?
I'm going
No.
to.
Okay. Yeah.
Can minor illusion create like lights, like a fire?
So I was gonna do.
It can look like that.
All right. I'm going to cast minor illusion, try to create a fire, just kind of behind the what could be a Demogorgon,
The large two-headed demonic creature, yes.
the sea monkey,
Okay.
You were holding it behind.
and then I help row away.
Okay. All right. You're in boat number 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that boat is shoving off. At the end of your turn,
I don't know you.
That's true.
I mean, I'll try to save you with a spell, but man,
That's so true.
is anybody looking back at it?
no.
I feel like, well, yeah, probably not. But like, to
I cast a fire thing back there, but I would have.
That's the only thing.
I would have theoretically witnessed, because he's holding a torch, right? I would have witnessed him, like at some point, like just kind of fall in a stupor.
Okay.
Oh, I will.
As a legendary action at the end of your turn, it is going to make a tail attack against Tyr.
Oh, I can see him now.
Bye, guys.
That's a 27.
Barely. It does hit.
Oh, you're not
Wait,
dead.
is it actually
You're just
dead?
unconscious.
Oh no, that's like 10 over my AC.
Okay. I was like, whoa. I don't know what you
Okay.
have.
It's double to instant die, right? Is that
Yeah.
how it works? Okay.
Wait, you have to go negative your. Oh, wait, is it double or is it just negative your total max HP?
I think that's the. In one shot, it would be double.
You have to do 60 damage in one shot to literally kill.
68 damage.
Yeah. Bye.
Physical and bludgeoning and necrotic.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're wondering what
and
was the
anybody
character.
and anybody looking back at this
God.
sees Tyr just having overcome his being stunned by the creature, only to just be pummeled into the earth by this tail.
Dead.
And the tail retracts, and Tyr is not moving.
Healing word. Healing word.
Zatuo, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Avenge me.
You hear you hear the familiar voice call out to you from behind of Master Duway.
It's not real. He's not
If
real.
he is, he's gonna get eaten.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought. I'm gonna run forward to the second boat. Can I make
Okay.
it to 80?
You can definitely make
At
it to the
this
second
point,
boat.
have we got all the ropes off?
Yeah, there's enough other
Yeah.
NPCs in that second boat because it's you, Eldith, Jimjar, and Bupito, and none of those 3 have done anything special in the list, so they're just helping. They're following your direction in untying this boat.
So then, would his momentum start pushing the boat offshore?
Can I use it?
It can, yeah, if that's what you're trying to do.
I'll use Charger as an attack and kick off the boat.
Sure, yeah, with a bit of a kickstart, the boat just like the first like 15 to 20 feet, it like
Charges
pushes
the
out real
boat,
fast
shatters the
before the resistance of the water
God damn it,
snaps it out again.
I was gonna say, how much damage can the boat take? Oh, he can take at least.
It just shatters.
Wickham, Nero, you're both just in boats at this point. I assume, Wickham, you're probably rowing as the most seafaring, knowledgeable individual.
Who's my boat?
You, Jimjar, Eldith, Bupito.
I think I'd prefer if the other two rowed, you two rowed, I navigate and so they can see further.
I just kicked off, so I'm in the back. But
Right. yeah,
Okay,
you-
I'll
you're
start
not
rowing,
rowing.
but I like to also cast more flames. Actually, you know what? I like to catch the whole fucking dock on fire with my last burning hands.
Okay.
as we move away. I don't know if that's going to make things better or worse, but hopefully better.
Probably worse.
Half the party.
Actually, it's going to illuminate us. That's to make it stand out. I'll just use a minor illusion like you did to make a really bright blue flame as far away as I can from me down. Yeah, over there somewhere.
Oh no.
Leaving out the blue.
Okay.
Leaving out the blue.
Got the blue. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, dude.
Hell, I'll just make. Yeah, that's better. And then we'll start. And then I'll use the rest of my turn to row.
That's all right. It was like at least I didn't get the actual mini. That's
You can use
that's
that.
the upside.
As a legendary action,
Oh.
the Demogorgon is going to direct its gaze. Well, okay, so you're laying down in front of it. There's two other lights.
Laying down is generous.
You're laying down.
No, it's not going to use the gaze. It's going to make a
Yeah.
tail attack at like the nearest hovel beside it and just like level the fucking building. Just in one, just quick brush, takes down a 3-story. I mean, I'll be a little shoddy craftsmanship because it's it's one of the Kuatoas, but just topples a 3-story
Whatever.
tower.
It's not even that impressive.
That was 68 damage.
Next up is Hemoth. You guys are off the shore in a boat, rowing away. And
Let's hope we can row faster than.
wait,
the
sorry,
blue.
who was the last turn that I actually did? Because I jumped back. It's not
I
Hemoth's
think
turn.
it was Satuo.
Yeah.
Unless you
Zato,
have-
you jumped in the boat. Wickham, you're in a boat and you did your thing. Nero is in a boat. All right, let me pull up Nero's spell sheet because
That was messy.
It absolutely was.
For some more than others.
I don't. His no, it's about enmity. No,
That being said,
I don't.
I don't know what I would have done differently there.
I don't think he's got.
The only thing you could have done differently was like.
I don't think there's anything
completely
Nero can
ignore
do here.
everyone and
Yeah.
just book it. And I don't think.
That's also not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could like extinguish
Tyr,
the light and go into the city, but like why would you do that?
Did you make a death saving throw?
Oh no, he's insta dead.
Yeah, I'm super dead.
Oh right, because
60,
that
yeah.
was 60. That was
Literally,
68 damage. It was
yeah.
double your whole life
You
total.
think we have?
No, I
60 hit points?
just I
I'm super dead.
yep.
That is the end of tier.
Cool. Should do.
Globagool
Oh.
Oh,
is.
Going towards the draft.
I mean, he's still kind of trying to follow you guys. The Demogorgon.
Oh.
He's going to go basically behind that building towards that dock, the longer dock.
No.
Not necessarily towards that raft, though.
Oh, he can just go into the water. He's a fucking ooze.
Yeah.
How does the ooze interact with water?
Fine. I mean, gray oozes do all the time.
I mean, he seemed to
Oh,
float.
that's true.
Float.
Interesting.
Do I see him doing this?
Moving around the tower.
I mean, there's
if you're
lights
looking
around him,
back or
right?
not.
We have.
Yeah, there are two flames going on, like right actually next to where he is.
It is the creature's turn again, and it's gonna turn towards the town and just start crushing building after building with its tentacles. You guys keep on rowing away.
Yeah. What else we're gonna do?
Okay.
Swing back for Globagool, maybe? If it's going back to the town.
I mean, you
Can,
could.
can you see him from where you're at?
I mean, it depends how far away. It's 20, 30, 40, 50,
No, he's talking about-
60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20. I can see pretty far. I could see this from here.
You from where your boat has got, like it hasn't gotten super far. You can see Globagool because your dark vision is so good.
What's he doing? Is he coming in the water? Is he...
He just is moving past that hovel. You can't really, I don't know. So it's not like it's got like a running like stance or gait. Like you can tell where Zato is moving, but like the cube doesn't move
Sure.
the same way. It doesn't like show the type
Direction.
of movement
Alright,
or direction.
What do you guys think? Should we get to those docks and get Glockable and see if we can find Topsy and Turvy?
I feel like Hemmett's gonna have something to say about that.
Well, Hemmett's with
Oh,
you
he's
guys.
not- yeah, he's not-
He's not
but that-
in your one, not mine.
Let's see if the monster goes further down in town. If he does, we can swing around.
Yeah, I'm thinking,
Give it at least one round.
yeah, I'm going to town a little bit. And then we'll swing back for hopefully what's left of everybody else.
Okay, so yeah, you you use your oars to stop the progress of your boat, at least for the time being.
And see how far Galapagos goes.
Globagool is going to move another 30 feet, basically, towards where you guys pushed off from the docks.
So he's near the first. He's gonna get closer to the first dock.
It just sort of looks like he's following the same path you guys took.
Yeah.
And the Demogorgon, again, unleashes its screeching howl. And you hear more and more of the town just being toppled and crushed and smashed to bits. Kuatoa still running in fear and screaming and fleeing. in
Dying.
Imminent peril. And dying, of course.
Serves right.
So is it moving in more?
Yeah, it's moving and still just like crushing houses it comes to. It probably goes and just crushes that the Sea Mother statue.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
It's like a parrot.
it's a 9 foot tall statue.
Are you trying to be a thing? Your thing.
Globagool.
Dead.
So Globagool kept moving down the shoreline. The creature seems to have turned off towards the rest of the town.
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. This way around.
Alright, we pedal back in very quietly, or as
Okay.
quietly as we can.
I'm gonna
How many people are in each boat?
We have 5. We have 4. We have 3 regulars and 2 small.
So they're only small in the minis. They're not like so Darrow are classified as small, and Zerfniblin are not.
Okay.
Okay. But we were planning on using
Can we-
by tying one of the small rafts
Yeah.
to the back of the boat and dragging him like a tugboat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus, if he accidentally disintegrates the raft, it won't break our boat.
Yeah, I mean, you hear more screeching and howling and the sounds of destruction. Globagool continues moving along the shoreline, and basically, eventually, you meet up with him near a dock, close enough to a raft. And he telepathically goes, "Oh, okay, I'll be quiet.
And
And-
we do Operation Raft.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, you have, I think there's still at least 2 different 100-foot ropes in the rest of the group at this point. So you can pretty easily tie the raft off well enough to let it go. And Globagool has a weird time balancing on it, but he's able to sort of like lower himself to the ground to make it a little easier to balance on it. And he pushes you.
That's
So you're
amazing.
you're only gonna be able to move it like half speed because there's a lot more drag and resistance on the boat, but
Maybe
he's
we tie
on the
boat
raft.
boats, we can go faster. Can I do a cursory scan for Topsy and Turvy?
Sure, roll a perception check. I guess where are you looking? Like along the shoreline or?
Looking like anywhere toward on the shoreline, and the docks, to the houses, or what's left of them, this whole area.
Everywhere. Okay.
Well, anywhere they could be
Gotcha.
like,
I gotcha.
assuming they ran that way, anywhere they would conceivably be running through to get back to our direction.
They did. I tell them they definitely ran that way.
Yeah.
That's where we.
Because I whistled a bunch of times and they
Okay.
did signals.
So what'd you roll?
They came in direction 10.
10? No, you don't see any sign of
Maybe
them.
20 go. Yeah, 10. All right, guys. I don't see no sign of Topsy and Turvy. I don't know. Do we want to head on the coast?
And I would
or
try
do
to
we just wanna
get
shut off?
Hemoth to stay kind of nearby their boat, as close as we can stay.
Okay. Yes, you guys are able to slow your progress so that the second boat can sort of catch up, and you can start moving together.
Eldrith, what do you think?
Eldith is still
Sobbing.
in tears, not really making eye contact with any of you, just sort of like
Oh.
staring down in the boat
In
with her
tears, but
eyes
not-
closed.
but not you tears.
Rip.
And Hemoth actually turns and addresses you, Ender, and he says, that was the Demogorgon, and that's where we're going to end for tonight.
You can see that.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us this week. We'll see. We've been through a lot.
Sorry, Lenny. Yeah, no, it did 68 damage.
Yeah.
Which it's not the negative that has to be double. If it's
double
a single
all in
attack
one shot.
does double his max HP, which 68 is more than twice what he had, so he is dead.
I'll be publishing a highlight reel of everything Tyr did over the first 4 sessions. Most of them while I was gone.
But yeah,
Or in
so
it.
we had that was interesting. That was good and that was bad. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. And see you next week. Bye, Lenny.